Okay. Let's do this. Let me make sure I actually have levels this time. Yes, my mic is making noise.
Hey Richard, I'm actually gonna run upstairs and just get on that computer real quick, so I'll be on in like 5 minutes. Go ahead and start though. It's all
Okay,
good.
well, yeah. We find ourselves in Luskin. It is the morning. You guys slept out in the woods instead of in the tavern at Taliah's request, I believe. Um, I believe Ratziel has already stopped by the local jeweler in the morning to pick up a special order that he placed yesterday. Correct?
That is
And yeah, um, everyone on the Frostskimmr is getting ready to depart. Is there any business we need to attend to here before we go?
Guys, hold on. I need to get something. And I run back into town.
Okay. All right. So yeah,
No.
you're going to the local magic emporium. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. What are you looking to purchase? And I hope you still have the where I said they cost last week written down still, because
Yes, because I
I
wanted to
didn't
borrow
ever
them because
write
I had
that
them
down.
written
I
down.
was just counting on that. All right. What are you buying?
I was interested in the Boots of Speed and the Robe/Cloak of Eyes.
All right. You can buy both of those things. Yes.
Okay, but I don't want to pay 10,000. Can I pay less? I say
Ooh.
to the shopkeep.
What are you? Are you trying to bargain with him here? Like what?
Yes, they're 5,000 each. But since I'm buying both of these together,
Make a
taking them off your
perception
shelves
check.
here. Perception or persuasion?
Or I'm sorry. Yes, persuasion. You see you see that
You see the items; they are still there.
You see that they are still 5,000 each.
Yeah, those price tags are clearly printed. That's not very
Wow.
good. I'm gonna roll against it. Yeah, no. The shopkeeper holds firm and says these are very rare magical items. The Brotherhood's right around the corner. We attract mages here. I'm not letting these go for less than they're worth.
Okay, now roll perception.
I
Insight.
tell you what, I'll give you 10,000 gold for these items. But when we kill the dragon that took down your very own mage tower, I feel like you owe me, and I'm going to come back. I'll remember this.
And he laughs and he says, "Yeah, okay, you guys are gonna go kill Old White Death. Sure. Yeah, you do that."
All right, I'll be back later, and I give him the 10,000 gold, take the items, and walk out.
Okay.
Virtus will remember this.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So you do that.
the Victus always comes to collect their debts.
We're just gonna
I'll
like
write that down.
cannibalize every single kind of fantasy and or just every intellectual property we can think of.
Yes.
Okay.
The Bloodstone badges send their regards.
Anyways, yeah. So you do that. You guys gather
Okay.
back on the ship. You set sail out of the harbor. You make good time. Within the next day, pretty much, you guys make it up to the sea of moving ice. So you guys are now up here. The entrance in there. So yeah, you guys were moving at a pretty good clip the entire way up the coast, but as you guys approach the sea of moving ice, things slow down. It's a lot. You get to move much slower to navigate through the rocks, or well, through the icebergs. And as you guys kind of approach the entrance to the sea of moving ice, um, the captain. Oh shoot, what's his? I forgot the captain's name. It's not super important, but uh, Lurishta, Captain Lurishta says, from here on in, we have the option of at night sleeping on the deck or pulling the boat up onto an ice floe and then constructing shelters up on the ice floe real quick. Like you can make snow shelters real quick that are going to be more comfortable than sleeping on deck with 40 other people. He says, I don't really care which. It's up to you. On the water, we're going to be certainly more comfortable up on the ice floe, but we're a little bit more exposed to to the wildlife in the area.
Igloos, wildlife.
Well, I think that
Alright.
decision's been made.
Well,
All right. Yeah. So in that case, yeah. He says, "All right, that's fine." So as night approaches, he grabs like pulls it up to the ice floe. Everyone disembarks. The 40-man crew picks up the longboat and drags it onto the ice floe, and with that only takes a few minutes, and shortly after that, they're quickly digging snow shelters real quick and packing it together, and sure enough, within minutes, you each have a little snow shelter, like 3-person apiece snow shelters. So yeah, who's sleeping where?
Giovanni is sleeping on the ship.
Okay.
I don't know why you would want to get off of a nice boat to get
okay,
on to some
keep in mind
cold
this-
mounds of ice.
it doesn't
This,
have
this
to
isn't
with
like a
ice
galleon. There's
wolves.
no below deck space. You're literally
No,
just
I know.
laying on a cold hard wood, looking at the sky,
I mean, it's
It's-
that or cold hard water.
right? And there's also wind whipping through. The snow shelters are protecting you from
Yeah.
that. So you are definitely less comfortable than
Okay, fine, Richard. I will go on the shore.
you don't have to. I'm just saying.
No, I will get out of the whipping wind in the frozen wood. No, go on.
You convinced him. You just needed to convince him.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see here. All right.
55 hours.
Yeah, you guys sleep through the first night and nothing happens. Everything's good. You wake up and you start navigating in. Keep in mind, just as a reminder, so you guys know you're doing. You've been the person you're looking for, Maccath the Crimson, gave reports of where she was going and what she was looking at. And the last kind of report you got was of an iceberg that has a really high plateau and a ring of high peaks around that plateau. So you kind of know what ice formation you're looking for, and you're sort of sailing through the sea looking for that, doing a search grid pattern. So yes, morning. You're on the water. You're looking. Let's see here.
I mean, I'm just glad Taliah didn't try and slit my throat in the middle of the night.
Holy
Not
shit.
that you know of.
Okay. Hang on. Let me reread this.
Kraken.
Penguin, penguin,
Yeah.
penguin.
Dire penguin.
Okay. So
Dope.
on our first, just in the morning on your first day of searching, you see some other you see some fishing boats out. You see some people in kind of in traditional Eskimo type garb, parkas, hoods up. They're fishing over the side of their boats.
We should not immediately kill these people. And I look over to Giovanni.
Yeah, and some of the members of the crew of the Frostskimmr kind of perk up and say, yes, ice hunters, kind of tribal folks up here. They're not super fond of outsiders, but they're not they're not hostile. They might not be super keen on talking to us, but we shouldn't really have any problem with them.
Yeah, guys, I don't speak ice, so I don't know.
He says, "Well, I mean, if you guys want to speak to him, we do have translators aboard."
Useful. Now, we were.
I mean, I
looking-
guess I'll approach them to speak. I don't exactly know why we're talking to them, but sure.
I mean, you don't have to
Well,
talk
I mean,
to
we're
him.
looking for people.
Right, okay,
I mean,
yeah.
they're people. They can give us clues. I guess
That's
they'll
the
help us
thing.
find.
I was just trying to write. Remember where I wrote down the name.
The person we're trying to find.
Yeah,
It's Maccath.
Maccath. Okay,
She's-
I
my
thought you of all
she's a
people would be good with
tiefling.
keeping names straight.
This is Jake. My
I
notes are a
chuckled.
mess.
That was good.
That was Vertus in character.
Such passive aggression now. Okay, this is life as we know it now. Oh yeah, so
And you've
You
not
guys-
asked about that.
Yeah, so there's like a few of these little canoe type boats that people are fishing off of. There's like 12 12 ice hunters in all fishing off of them. And as you guys sort of sail up, like at first like they kind of like paddle away to try to like make room like so you can get around them, and then they kind of realize that you're not going past them, you're going to them, and like they kind of like put their heads down as you approach. Like a member of your crew kind of like steps up and like shouts like a greeting to them in a language you don't quite understand, and like he's like very like he shouts like he's got a big smile on his face, shouts like a friendly greeting, and like all the fishermen on this boat sort of like bear their heads down. They don't even respond. Like they don't even like look up, and like the guy who like shouted the greeting like seems like kind of like put off by this. He sits back down and he's like, "Huh, that's weird. I guess
Yeah,
they don't want to talk to us."
Am I able to like read their body language at all? Like maybe see if they're like scared or like what? Like, is there a reason they're just kind of ignoring us? Like, can I ascertain that?
Make an insight check.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't
Man,
know.
I'm just doing great
These
today.
guys, it's a culture you're not familiar with. You're not really familiar with their body language. You're not really sure what's up with them. But like, yeah, as you guys kind of like linger around and like trying to read them, they're like, they're clearly like they were kind of hoping that you would go away. Like they're like screw it. They start like paddling away from you guys.
Okay, well, I think that went well.
Okay.
Well, they didn't try and kill us. That's a plus.
All right. So you're just like letting him go.
Should we let them go, guys? Or should we chase after them? Like, do you think they would lead us anywhere significant?
Yeah, they probably know a couple great fishing holes.
Ooh. I take that sarcasm as I don't think they got much. So I'm saying we're probably not,
Okay.
based off everyone's dead silence.
You know what? When Richard rolled for this encounter, he was like, "Ooh, ooh." So I say we follow him. Like maybe there is something fun here.
Well, no, I misinterpreted how. Pretty much based on how many rolls I do, I have to add something to it, and I determined that I did not have to add anything to it yet. And if I had to add anything to it, it would have been a different thing.
Okay, so now is probably talk about adding more creatures. So we should GTFO.
That is some hard metagaming you guys are doing right
Come
there,
on, my
but-
dude.
but yeah, up to you guys.
I mean, you are the one that said it.
I'll give it my-
Anyways,
I'm just,
I
but
gave-
I can give you above the screen knowledge. You don't actually have to let that guide your decision making process.
I don't let anything guide my decision-making process.
Not even
Let's not
logic.
jump to conclusions here.
Not
even-
even logic.
So what do?
I mean, I gave it my best shot, guys. I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah, people don't generally try and get away from you if they want to give you information.
Yeah,
I mean, I
forget
think-
it. Let's skip them.
Okay,
Short of
they
beating it
paddle
out
off.
of them, there's no way.
All right. Yeah. Next in the afternoon. Let's see here. Okay. In the afternoon. Actually, no, that doesn't happen.
You run into the same fishing boat.
Nope.
What a
Nothing
coincidence.
happens. Let's do evening. You guys are still in your like search pattern. There's a whole lot of white, frozen wastes stretched out in front of you. You're kind of like weaving through icebergs. Nothing happens. And yeah. As evening approaches, you guys again pull up on the ice floe. Quickly build your shelters, and you have an uneventful night. All right.
Before
What's up?
before the end of the night, to gather everyone around. And hey, guys, I have something for you. And I pull out the 5 necklaces, and I hand each one to each one of us. And I say, this is a token of our victory over that white dragon.
Oh, cool. That's a lot better than having a bunch of scales in your pocket the whole time.
Yeah,
Realizing
necklaces
I
are
didn't-
neat.
Realizing I
How
didn't
many
want
necklaces
to
did you
with
make?
scales.
5.
Okay. So I'm assuming you hand one out to each humanoid in the party.
Poor Misha.
Oh,
Yes,
me.
you should just get one. I'm not gonna give Misha dragon bones.
I can't believe you would leave my horse out of this. That's so offensive.
Fuck your horse.
Dragon bone necklace or dragon tooth necklace?
Dragon tooth necklace. They each have 2 teeth on them.
Okay.
Is there any fishing like wire on this boat? Like string?
Just like fishing line.
Yeah, that would.
I mean, yeah, probably. It's not like this isn't like a fishing boat, but like yeah, there's probably some fishing supplies.
Okay, I sneak away and replace the metal on the necklace with the fishing line.
Okay. So now you have so instead of like a silver or like a silver chain, you have fishing line.
Yeah,
Okay.
or string if we can find it. Whatever.
All right. Yeah, you do that. Okay. Okay. Bye.
But thank
See
you,
soon.
Ratsael. It's super awesome.
Okay, so as we continue here, morning, you guys get back on the boat, set sail again. Nothing happens. Afternoon, something happens. And the thing that happens is that out on the horizon, you spot the silhouette of the iceberg you're looking for.
Oh, that was easy.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's no mistaking it. It's just, it's huge. It rises high above the water. Um,
Guys, I think that's the iceberg we're looking for. There's no mistaking it.
You can tell
yeah.
by the way it's ice.
and by the
And
way,
big.
the reason why I was so impressed with the first encounter was because I thought I was adding +1 to a roll, which would have given you this on your first roll, which would have been dumb.
That would have been amazing.
You did, however,
You
manage
guys-
to avoid every combat encounter on this random encounter table.
That
So-
seems to be common with us.
Told you we have the
Get all
best
the XP.
navigator on the seas.
Anyways,
Yep. Misha's great.
so yeah, you guys like you start paddling up, and like as you kind of approach, you kind of get a better idea of the scale of this thing. Like it's like it's roughly triangular in shape. It has like rounded corners, but it's roughly triangular in shape. Like there's like the plateau part of it, like the flat part, rises 100 feet above the water's surface, and the only reason why you can see it is because there's kind of like there's a place where you can kind of like a lower shelf where you can kind of beach your boats, and then there's this path that leads up to this plateau. But for the most part, the rest of the iceberg is surrounded by these high ice peaks that extend another 200 feet in the air. So like this is like 300 feet out of the water most of the way around, except for this one spot where you can beach up and climb up. And you still have to climb upwards 100 feet to get up onto the iceberg. But for the time being, there is like a little shelf where you can see some boats, like some of the canoes that you saw earlier that like that of the type that the ice hunters were fishing on. Some of those are shored up next to the up there, and there are like bones scattered throughout that shelf too. So yeah, Captain, shoot, I forgot his name again.
Captain.
Oh, Captain Reich.
Lurishta.
Captain Crunch.
Lurishta. He pulls the boat up to the shelf. The entire crew quickly disembarks, pulls it up onto the ice floe, and that's where you're standing now. There's a few canoes beached here with you, and you see like some big, large, like big old bones, kind of like huge arching, like they look like big ribs, like up on the shore. And that's where you are right now. You'll see a path leading up the up onto the iceberg.
I follow the path.
Yeah, it's a good thing there's a path. I don't think I actually looked it up. The slippers don't work on ice.
I just
Really?
love how we find our way to an iceberg, and there's a freaking beaten path ahead of us. Like, wow,
It's well traversed.
these natives are really, really courteous.
The problem is all the signs are in native Icelandic.
Oh God.
Wait, what kind of bones are these?
Oh, do you want to step and look at the bones for a bit?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
All right,
probably
make a
good
nature
idea.
check.
Oh fuck.
Well, actually,
Huh?
are you proficient in nature?
No.
If only we had someone who
All right,
was.
well, that roll's pretty good, anyways. We'll just, I'll just say, yeah, you guys like look at this. You're kind of like looking at the bones, and you're like, they look like whale bones or belong to like huge seals. And like as you're like examining them, Captain Lurishta kind of like pops up and says, yeah, these are you know, whale bones and belong to giant seals. That's the most common food source in this area is like most of the locals here will go out hunting for these kind of prey, kill them, bring them back for the village.
Okay, so these bones look like they were placed, not just like a carcass left there, right?
It looks like these hunting boats killed some of these animals, dragged them back, and might have butchered them here and left the bones.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot different than a giant dragon picking an entire well up and then bringing it here. So I'm okay with that.
Actually, as you continue to examine the bones some more, you do notice that there are some large bite marks on the bones.
Fuck. Burgess says in character.
Uh,
Guys,
yeah.
there's some bite marks on these bones.
It's okay. We're not a whale. You won't eat us.
You're not wrong. I don't know enough about
That's solid logic.
that to say otherwise.
Unless under that armor you secretly are a whale.
Dang it! Everyone thought Giovanni had no backstory until now, and now it just gets ruined.
I mean,
Ruined by speculation.
I'm just saying, no one's asked me what my race is. You know, apparently I don't have to divulge that information unless I'm directly asked.
It was a whale the
You're
whole
half elf.
time.
Whale.
What do we have here?
All right, so
Okay, so go
I
ahead.
will, as you continue to look at these bones, you do notice there are some smaller bones inside in these piles of large bones too. Ones that look like might be belonging to humanoid type persons.
Wait, so did the whale eat the human or did the dragon eat the human?
It has the same wide, large bite marks that the big whale and seal bones have.
Okay, I'm pretty sure the whale was eating a human whilst a dragon was eating the whale.
Solid logic, even though I just told you they were the same bite marks on both of them.
I mean, I only rolled a 7 in nature, so I don't know enough to dispute that either. No, so guys, it looks like there's bite marks on these humanoid bones as well. I would definitely say that there's a higher than average chance we may be close to old white death.
That
AKA
sounds like the
giant
most
dragon.
racist name they could have thrown into this module.
For all we know, this dragon could be
Racist
racist.
against who?
White death. White death. Whenever I
Whales.
hear that, the thing is, whenever I hear that, all I can think of the Finnish sniper who has the highest confirmed kill count of any sniper ever.
Okay, yeah. I'm confused as how that's racist. I think you're
I-
projecting a little bit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean racist. It sounds funny, like it's something you could just hear, like, and that's the time I met old white death. Like it just
I mean, it's easier to
From, like,
say
a
than a
fisherman's tale?
Ruthathor.
What is happening right now?
I don't
anyways.
know.
No
I
one-
said let's go up the path. Y'all are staring
Yeah,
at
let's
whale
go.
bones.
And then you just start talking about racism.
Okay. So do you guys go up the path?
Side note, really quick, and I hate to bring this up. Did we ever figure out what my longsword +1 does?
Oh fuck.
Yeah, same with the bow. We may as well get this all done now.
Yeah, it makes light when you when you say the word.
It gives me ice resistance, right? Because that would be cool.
No, it doesn't do that.
Damn,
You
that is-
should get it checked out by someone at the Arcane Brotherhood when you come back.
Okay, but like,
Yes,
If
that's
you
a
sh-
cop out. Deal with it. Help me out here. It's a +1 longsword for now. That's pretty decent. And you have a better sword than it anyways.
but I'm actually using my sword and shield right now, and have been for the past like however long since we've left the castle.
Yeah, plus that long
Okay.
bow.
Speaking of which, your sword complains to you that you're not playing with him enough.
I run up the iceberg.
Okay. Oh, you do.
All right.
So yeah, as you get to the top, the first thing it's uneven up here. Like there's this like how to best describe this. So like you get to the top. There is a plateau, but it's not level. The ground's uneven. It's fractured by like narrow ice chasms and divided by rifts, snow drifts, and ice ridges taller than people. It looks like it's been like water from the sea gets picked up and sprayed over here, and it forms new ice formations, and it's all jagged and stuff. And as you kind of approach the top, you instead of even though you're like at the level where um where it's flatter, um there's like a ridge right in front of you, and the first thing like that strikes you is that like frozen into a wall of the first ridge you see in front of you is a row of 10 corpses in the wall of ice. Three of them look like the warriors you saw fishing earlier. There's a dwarf. Oh, I'm sorry. There's three of them look like some of the warriors from Luskin that you just left. Like it looks like some of their like town guard type people. Um, there's a dwarf frozen in there, and there are 6 of like of the ice hunters that you saw earlier. Like not the same ones, but people who look dressed similarly.
I look at their gear.
Yeah, do they have any damage? Other than
You don't.
the obvious.
They look like they all have pretty like. The dwarf just has like a short sword at his side. The 3 Luskin warriors have like a spear and a long sword. Doesn't look like there's anything of like important on those guys. And like the ice hunters frozen in the ice all seem to have pretty rudimentary axes and spears.
Does anyone else think that the chick we're looking for is the white dragon? Like, does that occur to anyone else?
Of course, Maccath is just an anagram of White Death.
Checks out.
I'm not sure it is, but
Hold on, let me get out my my thesaurus here. I'll just... Anyways, let's go find this dragon.
Yes. Or the
uh,
person we're looking for. That'd be a little better.
yeah. So again, like there's like these big narrow ridges. There's ice chasms broken in them, but you guys can actually sort of see a path that's like worn in that it goes down a little bit into like one of the chasms that's formed, and like it bends behind a ridge.
I follow it.
All right, you do. You start following that path, and it like you get like down below like into this first chasm. It comes back up a little bit, and like it leads up to a ridge. And as you kind of like peek over the ridge, you can see what appears to be a village. So the village it sits kind of in the center of the iceberg. It's like a sheltered spot in the center of the iceberg. So like when the wind blows, it's kind of below that line where it's relatively protected from the wind. For the vast majority of the time, like there are snow drifts that are up on like the ridges above it, and every once in a while, like the wind picks up and blows, and like snow tends to go down into the village and like swirl around. But it seems to be like the protected, um,
Hmm.
most well protected from the elements area on this iceberg. So you kind of figure that's why they built up there. So like approximately 20 structures make up the village. It's kind of divided between like the snow, like more permanent versions of like the snow shelters, like fall on like snow blocks, like it's like an igloo. um there's also some double walled yurts that appear to be made from like sealskin stretched over like whalebone frames. um so like there's about 16 of those structures that are like look like small room dwellings. There looks like a slightly bigger one. um there's one larger yurt, and like there looks like it's like a town hall type thing. There's also one of these yurts or is it a yurt? Hang on. Yeah, there's one yurt that's kind of like off to the side of the rest of the village, that has like some like bone totems and stuff set up outside of it. So, like there's about 20 structures. One of them looks like a larger like town hall type structure. There's a slightly larger home, and one that's kind of separated off to the side. And you guys are kind of like on a ridge that's like above this right now. You have to go down into another chasm and around to get into the village.
Let's go.
Hmm.
If this game had QTEs, you guys would be screwed.
Well, no, we're just waiting. The problem is we're waiting for the cutscene to end, but unfortunately the graphics are the same, so you don't notice when it's over.
All right, let's go into the village.
With the
No, I
translator.
don't really want
Yeah,
to.
we did bring a translator, right?
Yes, you have one.
Good.
Misha translates.
Oh, I even came up with a name for him. His name is Turn Tunnerk. Tunerk.
Tunnerk.
Yo, T.
Yo,
Let's
T-Dog.
go.
And he's like, oh, it's most unusual, but yeah, he follows. Yeah, so you guys go like continue following the path down, and bends around another ice ridge and goes down into like this little hole in the center of the iceberg where it's protected from the wind. And as you approach, um, there are some sled dogs near the entrance of the village that start barking loudly as you guys approach. Um,
Uh,
yeah, and as they start barking wildly, there's about 12 sled dogs there. Um, like you see like movement, like there are torches that get lit. People start. Yeah, no, you don't calm them down at all. They start barking louder. Um, uh, s- so you know, some warriors come running out of huts with spears in hand. And like so all in all, you see about like 25 warriors come running out, and like it seems like the whole village comes out. Like um like anyone, all the adults are like holding spears, and they're alert. um like they're like talking amongst themselves, and even all the children come out and start like peeking around. Like there appears to be like 30 like of these like village children here, also like in like like parkas and animal skins type things. um You see, like, one among the warriors, one of them seems to be clearly looks like the village chieftain. He has like a little more ornate things. He's got like bone charms dangling from him. And, like, a larger headdress type thing. He appears to be the chief. And there also a woman comes out. Who also has like large bone charms on her. She and like a staff. She appears to be like a shaman of some sort. Um, and like they're like speaking, yelling. The warriors are coming at you guys with spears, like shouting at you, like and like they're not like attacking you, but like they seem to like approaching you a little bit and like stabbing forward, like they want you to back up.
T, what are they saying?
And he says, he's like, well, there's a lot of yelling right now, but they're not happy we're here.
Tell them I want to buy one of their dogs.
Do you think they have a concept of money?
He like looks at you and says, okay, that's weird, and he starts like like gesturing and speaking over there, and like um the person who appears to be like the chieftain kind of like yells back to him and says, and like and he's like start like shouting back at him and gesturing like wildly, and he Tunrick turns back to you and says, they're not selling their dogs at this time.
I start gesturing to them in
What
all
about
sorts
that?
of mannerisms.
What do you do?
I just start gesturing in every way I can think possible.
As you're doing that, like the chieftain guy is actually like kind of like seems to be settling down his own people a little bit, and he starts speaking back to Tunrek, and Tunrek turns to you and says the chieftain wishes to know why we've come.
We're looking for a dragon. And I guess a girl, but mostly a dragon. Tell them dragon, they'll like that more.
So Tunrek turns back and speaks to them a little bit, and the the chieftain and the shaman sort of like exchange like a curious look, and the shaman steps up, starts speaking to Tunrek, the woman, and Tunrek says he says the shaman here says that the dragon known as Old White Death was killed, about a year ago by frost giants. And he says the bones that are down on the ice shelf down there are. She says that they belong to the dragon. Like that's what's left of the monster.
Okay, I got a 21 on those bones, and I've seen a dragon. Were they actually a
Uh,
dragon?
You know for absolute certain that those are not dragon bones.
I tell them
Can I
that.
just?
So I don't know if you don't know if she's lying to you or whether she's just an idiot, but she is
Can I see if
clearly
she's, like,
mistaken
Insight,
about.
insight.
Can I see
Tunrek,
if
call.
she's like? Can I see if she's like intentionally lying, or does she like believe what she's telling us?
Make an insight check. Oh yeah, she's lying.
Oh,
She knows exactly what those bones are.
ma'am, I can't help but feel like you're not being entirely truthful with us here. I mean, we're here to help.
Tunrek sort of turns to you and says, "Are you sure it's wise that I accuse them of being liars?" He like looks around
Well, I
at
mean,
the 60
How about-
the nearly 60 people are like kind of around,
How
even though
about
half of them are children.
How about accuse them of not giving all the information? That's a little bit better.
And he says, "All
I'm just
right."
skeptical.
Tunrek sort of like gestures back, and you see an aura of like offense register within like the chief, and like he takes a moment and he sort of shouts something back, and he says, the chief doesn't appreciate you calling into question the honor of him or his people. He says he has a suggestion though. He says, um, if he would like to challenge you to a member of our party
Yes.
to a duel.
Yes.
He nominates a champion, and if you win the duel, he will provide hospitality for the evening, and if you lose the duel, you will all leave immediately.
Deal.
Okay,
Well, tell
I'm-
this leader we don't have a champion, but we do have a Giovanni.
Okay.
Oh, I was about to say, you're right. Wait, do we leave Misha back at Luskan?
No.
Why would we leave Misha?
Are you
Okay, so
suggesting
we
we
do-
put Misha to fight?
That was the joke.
Okay.
I
So
glare at Lucina or whatever her name is.
Oh God,
Okay.
I never leveled up. That's okay.
well, that's on you.
Yep.
Everyone missed my joke. Giovanni's literally not a champion. He's a battle master.
I got it. I thought it was
Okay,
kind of
thank you.
clever, but
Thank you.
I am just gonna grab everyone so they can see. Actually, well, I don't even need to, do I? Can you guys see the page I'm on right now? Like the blank battle map?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Alright, in that case,
I need to pull up some battle music.
I actually need a battle map just like this.
They're expensive as heck.
Just a blank one?
Yeah, like a
It's 'cause it's
physical
a
one.
grid.
Oh no! Like in Roll20, I can't find them. Just like a paperish
Oh.
background. Yeah,
Oh, I was
I
about
bought
to
a, I bought a module and it was like, here's your random battle map, and it was a blank white screen. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
let's see here.
Oh, you didn't get Battle Map
I-
Pro.
right? Yeah. Damn it, Roll20.
As you guys are like setting up and getting ready for this fight, the shaman kind of like shouts something, and Tunrek, shit, where's the thing I'm looking for? He translates and he says, the shaman warns against helping your friend. If anyone who's assisted by from the outside forfeits the duel.
Giovanni, stay 10 feet away from me.
She continues. She says, "No magic is allowed."
I mean, I don't even know how to turn it off. It just happens, okay?
Just hold your sword.
Okay, and with that,
Now he's in a blood rage.
Giovanni, roll for initiative.
Oh, damn.
You are going first. So yeah, I should describe a little bit more. Is there actually? So the blah. The chieftain like kind of gestures to one of his warriors, who clearly seems to be a little bit more better equipped than the rest of the warriors. He's got like more tribal markings on him and stuff. He looks like a tough guy. He's bigger than most of the other warriors. And he steps up. He's holding, he appears to have, leather armor and a leather shield. Comes up holding a spear. And he looks ready to fight. And the entire the village starts to chant a little bit, Orca heart, Orca heart. But yeah, you act first. What do you do?
All right, let's do this. We're gonna start off with a trip attack with the dagger of poison.
That hits.
Great. He needs to make a strength saving throw
Strength saving
at
throw?
disadvantage. Actually, first a con saving throw for the venom.
Okay. Con. He rolls an 18.
Dang.
So
I'm
does he
gonna
take
use
no
luck to
poison?
make him re-roll that. No,
Okay.
I'm gonna make him re-roll that.
He rolls a 10.
All right, so he's gonna take 27 damage from that attack.
Okay.
He's prone. Or sorry, no, not yet. He's poisoned, and now he has to make a strength saving throw at disadvantage.
All right, is
Or
he
be
actually
prone from the
poisoned?
trip
Like, does he
attack.
have the condition poisoned?
Uh,
Yeah, become poisoned for 1 minute. Okay.
yes. So
All right, strength
he's
saving
got
throw.
disadvantage on that.
Yeah, his disadvantage on this.
Yes.
He rolls a 14.
That's gonna fail.
All right.
It's 8 plus Dex plus proficiency.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's gonna fail. He's
Yeah,
prone.
All right, you knock him back prone. He falls. And
Okay.
I just want
I
to,
also
just
have
so you
to.
guys, I don't have it all on this map, but I want you to imagine this like this entire thing's like circled by like the entire crowd is circled around this. You're like in like a impromptu battle pit. Just so you know.
That's for the superiority damage, by the way.
Oh, so he takes an additional 4.
Yeah. I'm going to make my second attack with my dagger. 20.
Hits. You have advantage on that too, but
Oh baby, hold on.
see if you roll a crit.
Okay.
No, you don't. Okay, -9.
And I'm going to action surge.
Okay.
That's a 29. That's a
That's a
crit.
crit.
18. And a 27
Okay.
for
Dang,
14.
dude, you messed this guy up. So yeah, with that, he is prone right now. And he's fallen near the edge of the circle. But the shaman like reaches down and like picks him up to like push him back into you. Yes.
No magic, Shaman.
And I think that poison gives him disadvantage attacking me, I think. I don't remember.
believe you are correct. Let me double check the poison condition just so I can.
Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Yeah. All right. He is going to swing at you with his spear. 14.
That's gonna miss.
He's going to.
There's another 12.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. He attacks again. For 20. 20 hits you, I'm assuming.
You know what? I'm gonna luck it. I'm gonna go for this flawless fight.
That's only a 12 now.
No, it's gonna miss.
All right. And he makes the third attack. 19
Man, with disadvantage?
with disadvantage.
Alright, fine. He can touch me.
All right.
Don't worry, we have a doll where you can point out where.
That is 14 piercing damage.
That's cute.
But that is his turn.
That's nice. How bad's he looking?
He is well bloodied.
There's 29 points of magic missile damage.
How many charges did you use?
All but one.
Okay. He is still standing, though he looks dazed. Because that's the only attack action you can take on that turn, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, he steps back into you. He is still poisoned, so he's gonna roll with disadvantage. Attack number 1 is a critical fail.
Okay, so the question is when we can switch weapons, because can I riposte with a wand or no? Or can I use my wand in my offhand?
I'm gonna say you can't riposte with your wand here because you were holding your rapier prior to the beginning of your last turn. You switched to the wand. I think there's like only one switch per turn. I think that's fair.
That's fine.
Let's see here. Yeah, he swings at his spear and like because he's so dazed, he stumbles to one knee and he tries to swipe again at your kneecaps, pretty much. And then he stands back up, which he misses handily at that, and he kind of works his way back up to both of his feet and attacks one more time, again missing. He He rolled real bad on all 3 of those attacks. All right,
Let's go for another trip attack. 20
hits.
strength saving throw at disadvantage.
Fails.
He's prone, and that's another 1 damage for
He
the
is
superiority die.
unconscious, actually. And yeah, he falls. As you trip him, he falls, like, his head snaps back and just smacks on the ice, and he's just out cold. And like the shaman and the chieftain both kind of like start chatting a little bit, and Tornrik says, "They recognize that you've won. The match is over. You have fought well." And the shaman runs up and starts performing healing on him.
No, I stab him right in his dominant hand, and just to put a hole straight through the palm of his hand, and I say that's to remember it by, and that's the last 10 damage.
Okay. Yeah, you do that, and like it shocks the people of the village. And you see some of the rest of the warriors like bare their spears, but like the shaman waves them away and continues her healing on him. And
Yeah, maybe it wasn't a good idea to send him in.
okay, so first of all, you get. I don't want to just give you the experience points for this because it's just giving you a huge bump versus. The
We
rest of
also watched.
them.
I supported him morally.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you straight up half the XP. I'm gonna give the rest, and then the rest of the party, we'll split evenly the rest of the XP. So you get 900.
Sure.
You get 900. The rest of the party gets 225. Okay. And as that happens, the chieftain looks perturbed. And he's clearly unhappy, but he says fine, and like he waves, he gestures for you to follow him.
Yeah, sure, I'll follow him. Come on, guys. There's
Yeah.
nothing to fear here. Their champion was weak.
Yeah, and so you start, walking, and he brings you, and like he leads you over to it's a slightly larger what's it called? Fuck.
Tent.
Yes, but not a tent. There's a word for it.
Yurt?
Yurt. It's a slightly larger yurt than most of the other buildings, and like inside it appears to be like a storage like type building. And he says he starts speaking towards Tunrek, who turns and says, "This is the village storage area." He says you can stay here for the evening, but must leave in the morning. And he says, "We'll be by with food shortly. We'll never have it said that our hospitality isn't what we promised it is."
I mean, if you're going to be, this hospitable to us, anyone in the village can identify this little magic sword I've got?
There's the only person who might even have a chance of that's the shaman. So you can go speak to her if you really want to.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Yeah, I'll get to the shaman.
Oh, you just going straight over to the shaman?
With the translator dude.
Is anyone else going with him?
I'll go. Why not? Because I also have magic.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah. Okay. So you see kind of the shaman milling around she's like heading back towards her tent or her dwelling, and like she kind of doesn't want to talk to you at first. Like you can try to get in her face and try to speak to her.
I'll just try to grab her attention. Like, hey, hold on just a minute. Have the translator translate that for me. Although I
Okay.
think my
Why don't you
expressions
make
may be
a
enough.
persuasion check just to see if you can even get her
Oh, come on.
Yeah, she kind of like brushes you off. She like shout like without even turning around, shouts something back to to um to the translator who says she says that we should go back to our go back to the dwelling that has been awarded to us and she'll make sure you get your food shortly.
I don't care about the food though. Fine. I'll just kind of sulk, walk back to the dwelling.
All right, yeah, you do that.
Mm.
A few minutes later, uh, someone comes in holding a. Actually, no, it's not. It's not someone. It is the shaman. Comes in bringing like it's a platter full of like slightly spoiled raw fish, and like she starts speaking, and the translator starts translating that um that her people prefer the tanginess of meat that's slightly past its prime. Um, and it kind of like sets down this platter of seemingly slightly spoiled meat in front of you guys.
Was she
I
being
say-
truthful about the rotten meat?
Make an insight check.
Woohoo!
Yeah, she is. Like she's being genuine.
Fucking weirdo. She doesn't understand that though.
Oh
So.
god. That's just storming.
I say thank you in Druidic and see if she understands.
She does. She looks down kind of at you. She seems kind of impressed. Talia, make a persuasion check for me.
I'm not very good with persuasion.
She kind of looks at you and looks at the rest of the group and so like shrugs and kind of like walks away.
Dang.
Can I try to grab her attention again before she finishes?
Sure.
Like, wait, please. I need your help.
All right. She looks out. Like you kind of try to catch her attention. She looks back at Talia. And she seems thoughtful for a moment, and she kind of sighs. And she asks, "What do you want?"
So,
Tunrek again, translating.
so in the most brief way possible, can I kind of explain why we're here intruding on their territory? We're actually trying to like save the world, and we're just looking for a bit of assistance to do that.
Okay. You explain this, and like you, you see her thinking, like as Tunrek is translating this back to her, like you see the look on her face. She's like, she's thinking hard. Like you can see her doing mental calculus of some sort, and she eventually she stops and she's like she stands up and first of all, she gestures like she says something, gesturing towards the tray of food she set in front of you, um, and then gestures towards the door. And Tunrix explains. He says, he like speaks something. He says, we definitely shouldn't eat this food, and we should follow her back to her tent, to her yurt. He says.
Okay. You don't need to tell me twice to not eat rotten fish.
And yeah, so you do. You guys follow her back towards her yurt. And she seems to be like kind of apprehensive as she moves. Like, she kind of keeps her head down as you guys pass other villagers. Like, she seems almost ashamed of herself right now. And like she leads you into her yurt, where she starts speaking to where she starts speaking again, and Tunrek starts to translate. And Tunrek kind of like has a perplexed look on his face. He looks almost horrified for a second, and he says, "The shaman, she says her name is Bone Carver, and she would like to formally apologize for poisoning the food that she put in front of us earlier."
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
and
That's fine.
And he continues to explain. He says that the dragon, Great White Death, is here below the surface of this iceberg, hidden within the cavern below, and that her people are enslaved by Great White Death. She yearns for the day that her people can leave this iceberg, but she knows that anyone who doesn't return before nightfall will be hunted down by the dragon and killed, and their families being forfeit if someone tries to run away. He continues to explain, like, this is why there are, members of that some of the ice hunters are frozen in the wall by the entrance to the like by the entrance to this iceberg. She said, like, it's to serve as a reminder of people who would intrude, and of our own people, uh that Great White Death isn't to be trifled with. And she explains, I can get you into the caverns below. There's long been a prophecy of a group of heroes that will come and drive Great White Death away and free our people, and I believe now that you are those heroes.
I have an alternative idea. We have a tapestry that may just be able to teleport them, off of the Sea of Moving Ice.
Or to the nearest hunting animal, being a fish underwater.
So now here's my next thought, is that we just strap up some guy from the town with a war horn and see if it teleports him to a seal or something, and then if he blows the war horn, they can just send a boat to get him. If he doesn't, then either he drowned and we're fine, and then everyone will drown, or it sent him to land and he's happy.
Or he's falling from 5,000 feet up because there's a bird.
You guys are so skeptical.
Anyways,
Yes, we are.
you're like trying to you're explaining this the best that you can, and like Tonrek is like doing his best to process this and then translate it, and there's just like a lot of confused looks on everyone in the room's faces as like you're trying to you're explaining this, and like he's confused, and like he's like trying to like put it into the words that are in the Ice Hunter's language, and the Shaman looks confused, and she says stuff like everyone just looks perplexed right now, and but at the end of it, like Bone Carver kind of waves her hand, and she says something back, and she says, regardless of the merits of this plan, it's nightfall is upon us here. It's like dusk right now. No one leaves unless we're absolutely certain that we can get to safety. No one is to leave the iceberg past nightfall, or it'll be ruined. Great White Death will hunt them down, kill them, and kill their families that are left behind.
Okay, so let's say we are these heroes, and let's say, and then I pull out my +1 longsword, that this is a sword of prophecy, and I desperately need to know its effects to save you from the dragon.
She examines this, and she shakes her head, and Tonrek explains, like, she knows nothing of magical enchantments on weapons.
Hey, Vertus, let me see that sword for a second.
No. So
Fine, then I'll do this on my bow. I don't know.
wait a second. My sword knows detect magic. I can use my other sword to identify my.
Oh my god.
Yes. I cast detect magic on my +1
Oh
sword.
my god.
Your other sword is
Using-
indeed magical. You can detect that now.
That's not how I think that spell works.
It's not identify. It's detect. It glows. You can see. It is in fact magical.
All right. So that means if it's a magical weapon, I can spend 1 short rest to identify its properties.
Wait, what? I don't think that's how that works. All right, now we have to look it up, and then you're gonna have to make me break the flow of this so I can decide what it does.
Well,
I
whilst
think
you're
that's
there-
fine.
Whilst you're there, look up the longbow too.
For the duration,
Maybe a
you
trip.
sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creatures or an object that bears magic. You learn its school of magic, if any. I'm going
Oh
to
no,
say
that's not the detect. I like yeah, a detect that has magic, but any magical item you can spend like a short rest like ascertaining its properties as opposed to like a check. I believe.
is that true?
I'd have to look it back up. In the DMG, but I
I've
think
never
it
heard that
is.
before. You cite that for me, and I'm
All right.
not just saying that because I don't want to deal with it right
I'm checking. I'm looking it up.
now. I will say this. I think the sword, the school of magic applied to it is one. Well, first of all, it's one of evocation. That's the extra damage part, and I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but it's something school of abjuration. Okay.
Cool.
If a player has just found a magical item and can't cast the identify spell, they must spend a short rest to determine what the magic item is. Potions are an exception. Just a little taste of the potion is enough to tell you what the potion does.
Huh.
As in the DMG.
Okay. All right.
Let's take a short
okay,
rest.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kind of whipped.
Thank you, Shaman. You were of much help to my cause.
Good weirdos.
Let's see here.
Oh, baby.
This is.
God, dude, that was a fun little duel.
Yeah, I was concerned when you decided to poison and then shotgun him.
Note to self: if I ever duel Giovanni, just cast Hold Person on him right at the start.
I mean, you're not wrong, I guess.
What's a good abjuration effect? Something protective.
Can I pick it? Can I look and pick it?
I'm gonna vote with anyone
If you have a
else in the
suggestion,
party
I'm
picks
willing
it.
to hear it right now.
All right, let's just go and I'll look it up and I'll show you. I'll send you suggestions in a minute.
Yeah. I have no idea what to do for a longbow +1.
I mean,
I have one for Jake's longbow. I say Jake's longbow, the arrows do fire damage. Like instead it shoots bolts of fire instead of arrows.
so no difference in. You can just use a command word to make it make the arrows light on fire. It doesn't deal extra damage. It just converts it.
No, I say it always has fire. That's more fun. Then you have to watch out. Like it always is fire.
Well, how do you feel
There
about that, Jake?
is.
I mean, that's cool, but then, because we don't go to shops often, and I only have about 30 arrows.
And requires no ammunition.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't really want to worry about counting arrows.
okay, so let's just do it that way then. It's like the longbow that Taliah has, except it does fire instead of goes through walls.
Yes.
Okay, I will do that, and we will never need to count ammo again.
Always does fire, or
Always. So like, but it also like if it hits something that can catch fire, it will.
okay.
Like
So-
basically, it literally shoots bolts of fire. I like it because then he's gonna get us in so much trouble with it.
All right. We'll call it bow of fire bullets. It's +1. It shoots fire arrows. Doesn't require ammo.
Okay, does the fire do additional damage, or is it literally just the 1d8?
It's
and then the
it's
plus one is
1d8
fire?
fire damage. +1
1d8
fire
fire.
damage.
All
Plus one
wait, this
fire.
one.
Okay.
Cool.
Yep.
Next.
I'm looking. Oh, okay. So how overpowered do you really want Virtus to be? Because we're walking a fine line already.
It
No,
does,
see,
have, it
here's
does
the-
have to be a protective effect at some point. I already established its abjuration magic.
I mean, technically, Armor of Agathis is a first level abjuration spell, but that'd be freaking nuts.
No, we're not doing that. I think
So here's the thing I was gonna say, just to point out. My thing is like the reason I wanted to identify this is I do want to use my short sword or my sword, whatever longsword, and my shield, unless I have to switch to the two-hander. So that's why I'm trying to identify this, because I actually intend on using it. So
Okay, so Beacon
Like-
of Hope is a 3rd level spell. Choose any number of creatures within range for the duration in 1 minute. Each target has advantage on wisdom saving throws and regains a maximum number of hit points from any healing.
That sounds too strong.
Okay.
Okay, I have an idea. I got it. Your sword has magical runes embedded on it. They, that are related to elemental magic. Up to
Okay.
twice per day, you may spend a reaction to pretty much cast absorb elements on yourself.
it is a frost-resistant sword. I knew it.
Wait a second. Wait. Hold on, Richard. What does that spell do?
It's a spell that I use on a ranger that I've been playing elsewhere.
You already said it. It's too late. Take it back.
This,
Yeah. Okay. Well, rip this adventure because
no,
if that
it's.
works,
I'm only gonna give you 2 charges a day. Recharge at dawn. It only works for the turn you cast it on, pretty much. So as a reaction, you pretty much give your first of all, narratively, you have to be able to get up and use your sword to block
Right. Of
whatever
course.
is incoming. So there is going to be a narrative component where that has to make sense. Okay. If you have incoming lightning damage, you can lift up your sword and have it absorb it lightsaber style. So it would, first of all, it gives you resistance.
Oh, this actually.
It
Yeah,
gives
this
you
actually
resistance
isn't even
to the
that strong.
triggering attack, and if you make the first melee attack you make on the following turn, gives you extra damage based on the element absorb. Does it if it's lightning damage, does it do lightning damage, or is it just force damage? I don't remember.
Of the triggering type. So yeah,
Of the
it's of
triggering
whatever
type. So
I
yeah,
absorb.
yeah, if he gets struck by lightning, he can use a reaction to absorb some of it. That gives him lightning resistance until the end of his turn. Pretty much. So and then
Damn,
the
this is
first
actually a
melee
tough
attack
choice.
he makes during the next turn does an extra, I believe, 1d8 lightning damage. Right?
All of what you said, except I think it's 1d6.
1d6? Okay.
Yep. So it's
Alright, so it's not that strong.
strong.
You only have 2 charges a day, recharges at dawn.
Awesome.
So it's
Now
you gain elemental resistance for 12 seconds a day, pretty much, depending on how you use it.
Cool. Sounds good.
And it gives you a small damage buff on a melee attack made during the next turn. Cool?
Cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. It actually gives me a choice whether or not I want to go defensive or just pull out the legendary sword that kills everything.
Okay.
So.
Yeah,
Now
I
know
think
you-
that's neat. I think abjuration magic. So that spell isn't even technically abjuration, is it? Or is it? Is it? It might be.
Yeah, it is. First level.
Cool,
abjuration.
nailed it. Okay, yeah. Sweet. Okay, so that's what that does. Okay. Anyways, let's back to the thing in hand. Yeah, Bone Carver explains that that there are 2 entrances down to the caves. One's in the Great Hall, and one's within her chambers. And she kind of what's it hidden under? Why is it not described right here? Entrance from behind. She pulls out some there's some old furs that are heaped across poles kind of in the corner, and it opens into a small opening that leads down a staircase going deep into the iceberg. She says, yeah, you can access the iceberg from there. And she also explains that she explains that there's 2 levels to the caves. There's the first part, and then from there there's an access point that goes even deeper into the iceberg, and that's where the dragon's lair is. So you go down a ways, and then there's gonna be another slope that leads down into the lair itself. So there's an area above the lair, and then the lair itself. She also says that there is a tiefling woman down there who she refers to as the Honored Lady. But there's also many guards down there as well. Kolbolds, some scrags. Shoot, what are all the enemies that are in here? There are things called ice toads, ice trolls. And yeah, there's also there's a lot of fog down there too. Visibility is somewhat impaired, especially as you go deeper into the iceberg.
Okay, so what's the light situation look like? Is it like getting dark down there, or
She explains the iceberg itself. Let's see here. I believe it did say. It is dark inside the iceberg, but there are a bunch of there are whale or oil lamps set up throughout the hallways that provide dim light, but you'll be able to see down there.
okay? You need to ask for the one human.
He has a magic line sword. It's fine.
Yeah, true.
And she also let's see here. She also explains that like there are many elevation changes. Like they're pretty much like ramps made of ice. She kind of she pulls out from over in her closet. She kind of pulls out like some like I forget what they're called. I can explain it. So, like some shoes that have like crampons on it, like pretty much it's like just shoes that kind of like animal teeth into it, like they're supposed to give you traction on ice. She says you should all get like a pair of these type things before starting, because otherwise you're gonna have a real hard time walking around down there.
Oh, cool. We have cleats now.
Is there a way I can take like some of that and like affix it to my boots that I already have?
Yeah, I think you guys can probably spend like half an hour to an hour, like pretty much like crafting these for your own boots.
I already have boots.
I mean,
Do you have boots that have traction? You have boots that keep you warm. I don't think you have boots that would give you traction on ice.
Yeah,
They ignore terrain difficulty of ice or snow.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
Yeah, it's my shoes that don't work on the ice.
I didn't realize that was included in the Boots of the Winterland's description. So neat.
Don't worry, Evelyn. I got a sneaking suspicion my boots of speed won't work on the ice either. So
I'm just imagining the Scooby-Doo situation trying to run.
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys want, you can like spend like just a little bit of time kind of like gathering up some animal teeth and like binding it to the bottom of your shoes to make some crampons.
If they're supplying, I'll take the ones they're supplying.
Yep, same.
Okay. You do that. Okay.
Also give Misha journey to prepare her for the journey. Jerky to prepare her for the journey. Can't talk.
All right. Misha graciously accepts the jerky and munches it down happily. Also, has anyone read what I did to Misha's character sheet since?
I haven't. I don't have it, so I can't.
I know you don't. 3 of you have. I'm just gonna give it to all of you because I think it's hilarious. Edit.
A constant stream of jerky. I will protect them so that my steady stream of jerky never dries up.
Die.
Misha's character sheet. She's a level 20. What?
What?
Level 20 wizard?
No, not quite. Almost. Soon. I like what I did with the personality traits there.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
What did you just giggle at?
Just all of it. All of the personality traits, ideals, bonds, flaws.
I have fond memories of the time that I bested them all in poker. So yeah, that's Misha. Okay. Anyways, I was so proud of that. No one, I don't think anyone noticed. So, anyways, yeah. Are you guys like ready to proceed down? What do you want to do?
I'm ready if everyone else is.
I'm ready to go.
Okay.
I'll just lay my hand on the elderly shaman's shoulder and just tell her, it's okay, we're gonna free your people.
She kind of pats you back and says something, and Tunruk explains like she
Don't touch
appreciates it. She says, "Whatever you do, don't fail, and if you do, please don't tell the dragon that I helped you."
Should we be sneaky?
I think sneak would be good, personally.
I wasn't asking you.
I mean, I'll try.
I'll ask and if we should be stealthy.
She says, I mean, it would be wise. It wouldn't be a bad idea.
That's actually not too bad for you.
I got a 10.
Like
I'm
I said, that's not.
sneakier than Raziel.
I'm too cold right now.
Yeah, you're walking and complaining about the cold, like fucking cold, man. This sucks. Boats are better. Boats aren't cold.
I have a nice new cloak that keeps me warm.
I mean, we all do have winter gear, except for Taliah, because she has special winter boots.
Well, I wrap my cloak around me, and you see just like a bunch of moving, blinking eyes on it.
That's
Okay,
right.
so yeah, you
Nothing
guys start
gets past you.
moving down the stairs. Okay, so the steps are cut into the wall of the chute, creating steep, icy stairs that drop down 100 feet in a tight spiral. Doo-doo-doo. So you guys are moving down. What order are you guys moving in? Who's leading the way down the stairs?
I'm in the back.
I'll lead. Sure.
I mean, I also have of everyone, assuming we're counting Pass Without a Trace in that, I have a 31 in stealth.
I mean, I'm not stealthy, but I could see 120 feet ahead in dark vision, so.
Same. Or not 100. Is it 120 feet? I think it might be.
No, not for you. For me, it is.
Due to his creepy cloak that has eyes all over
Oh
it.
yeah, creepy club, right?
Okay,
Yes, hold on.
so
I'll share what it
Vertus
looks
says he's
like.
going first, which means that he gets to be the first one to make an acrobatics check.
Woohoo!
Don't fuck it
I'm not
up.
good at that. 9.
Yeah, that's not great.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a trap, though, I do have a passive perception.
It's
of
not a
20.
trap.
I
It's
wanna point that
just
out. Okay,
it's just
okay.
slippery, and you fucked up. So about 40 feet down the chute, the stairs get kind of difficult to manage, and you slip. And,
Going sledding, guys. Bye.
Let's see here. Where's
I turn on my lightsaber. I see Vertus's sword crackling with elemental energy, and I turn on my lightsaber and play with it like a flashlight.
You take 23 bludgeoning damage as you pretty much roll like a bowling ball down the remaining 60 feet of stair.
23?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Don't slip and fall there, guys.
I point my wand at Vertus. And I say, no, okay.
No, he descends down into the darkness like fucking like Roadrunner like cartoon style. Like you say like, crash, crash, bang, like you hear like pots smashing together even though that's not even a real thing. And then finally as you get to the bottom, like you hear like crash, like an entire shelf of china just fell over.
And then you just hear Vertus shout up, "My leg!"
So where am I now?
You're at the bottom.
Wait, at the bottom here?
No, like at the bottom.
No, at the bottom of the stairs.
Like you're like it's a spiral staircase. You're at the bottom of it.
Oh.
Yeah, each one of these is technically like a step, I'm assuming.
Well, kind of. It's hard to represent that art form style, but yeah, you're down.
I'll go down next.
Okay, make an acrobatics check with advantage now that you know it's a little bit more dangerous.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
easy. Yeah, there's a couple difficult steps, but as you descend about another 10 to 15 feet down. The steps go back to a little bit more easy to handle, and you make it the rest of the way down without issue.
Okay.
Wow, that was easy.
I'll go next, and I'll have a
You
pitten
see
in
Vertus
hand.
sitting flat on his back down there, groaning to himself.
I like to think that he's like stuck like a turtle in his plate armor. Like he can't get back up. Especially on ice. Like
My one weakness, my back.
I point my hand at him and I say, I cast hold person, and I watch him squirm around the floor.
I just
Okay, who's going
hand up.
next?
I'll go next, and I'll have a pitten in hand in case I roll bad
Okay.
to just kind of stab into the ice and at least slow the fall.
Okay.
And acrobatics, you said I do have advantage on that actually, or not advantage, but proficiency.
Yep, you do fine on that.
Yeah, I don't see what was so difficult.
You
Who's
rolled
next?
the same as me. You just have proficiency.
I don't see what's so difficult with that.
Who's next?
I'll go.
Misha,
Faster for Ratsael to go.
Oh, I'm in the back.
Yeah, but I know I can't fall, so.
Oh. You can't fall. Aren't you special? Where is my... Oh, there it is. Top.
Yep, you do it just fine too.
It was probably DC 10.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Does Misha need to do this?
Yes,
You could carry Misha.
and I'm not gonna give him advantage on the roll like I'm giving everyone else because I think Misha still has some trouble navigating this.
Can I carry Misha?
Can you lift that much weight? And then how much does Misha weigh?
According
I
to the
don't
character-
know.
You
according
guys
to the
feed him a
character sheet-
lot. He's probably a fat guard drake right now. He probably
but
weighs more than
according to
100
the character
pounds.
sheet, he weighs nothing.
No, we do push-ups and stuff, so he's fit.
We
Mu-
do
muscle-
push-ups.
Muscle mass is denser than fat, by the way.
I
So
know,
if
but
he's a
he's
tone
just
dragon, he's still a
not
heavy
super
boy.
fat.
He's a heavy boy. Yeah, I think he weighs at least 100 pounds, so I don't know if you can carry him.
Probably not.
pretty sure he would weigh a couple hundred. Like the
Probably.
guard drake's got to be pretty freaking heavy.
Yeah, he's a dense boy.
I'd say probably like 150, 200. at
That was
least.
Misha's.
Okay, Misha starts to stumble down. This is
Brutus, catch him.
I catch Misha.
all right. I think make a athletics check to see if you can help him out.
Me or Giovanni?
Whoever.
Vertus, you just keep laying there. You act like the freaking
Nailed it.
gymnastics pad.
All right. He's gonna take half damage from this, I think, since you guys are down there helping him out.
Some more than others, not saying anything.
Misha takes 7 bludgeoning damages.
Okay.
That's it. I just dropped that.
And then can I just walk down? Because I have land stride as a druid.
How's that work?
You also
So magical difficult terrain costs no extra movement, and it's like basically not a hazard.
Okay, yeah, fine. You're good.
yeah, you also have special boots.
All right, Ratsael. Let's see you get down these stairs.
Athletics.
Acrobatics.
Oh,
Uh,
sorry. Sorry.
you're good. So only Vertus and Misha have trouble.
Just kind of pat Misha on the head. It's okay, buddy. We're
Oh.
strong, not dexterous.
Oh, that explains it. Now that you gave me Misha's character sheet, I have sight from Misha's vision. So I was like,
Oh
wait,
yeah,
what? I was like, wait, why do I see everything now?
magic. Okay. So I just want to. Everyone's at the bottom now. Before we proceed, you guys can see how the ground sort of changes color. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Those are representing elevation changes.
Ah,
So as it goes from like white to that slightly grayish. That's a 10-foot elevation change. As it gets darker blue, that's another 10 feet, and then there's a darker blue still. That's another 10 feet. So as you guys see this, those are like slopes. Okay.
Mm.
Slopes that would be difficult to navigate if you didn't have crampons on, but since you guys do, you're in decent shape. Okay.
See so far.
Okay, so let's talk about where you guys are. Do. Alright, the chute and its icy stairs at the ceiling, a sturdy ladder that descends into the appropriate to the approximate center of the rectangular chamber. So yeah, you guys like fell down this like there's this chute of spiral staircase. And as you got to the bottom, like you went down a ladder. So when Vertus fell, he just sort of tumbled down the stairs until he spat out at the bottom of this, and then at the top of where the ladder is, and just fell 15 feet smack on his back.
Yeah, it did.
This chamber is empty except for a dozen baskets woven from leather straps and walrus ribs stacked in the north corner. These contain frozen fish and a few skin-wrapped bundles of rotting shark meat that the ice hunters consider a delicacy. All right, so that's in the north side of this room. You guys just straight up leaving now?
All right.
Do we want to go north or south?
There are roughly 2 passages north and only 1 south.
Yeah.
So it looks like the south passage opens up to a greater area, whereas the north passages are much thinner. I tell them, relaying what I could see.
All right. Just also let's talk about what you guys can see for a second. By the way, in this first chamber, there is no fog at all. As you guys kind of move down into like down that first slope, like you see like really light fog. But as you guys like look further down this like ramp to the north, you see the fog getting a lot denser.
Let's go
So
south.
it's obstructing visibility as you continue along.
I go south. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Are you guys still moving stealthily?
Of course.
All right.
I
let
would.
me
Oh
go
my
back and check your stealth
God.
rolls right now.
Dang it. I'll be right back in the game. Computer dumb.
We all have plus 10 from Pass Without
All right,
Trace.
so that's
I'm assuming.
31, 24, 15, 30, and 23. Alright, those are all pretty good. You guys are moving relatively quietly and shrouded by shadows.
Guys, just a
Yeah, I
note: this
forgot to-
aura I'm emanating does not help you with acrobatics checks. Just know that. I've learned the
Yeah.
hard way. I'm still hurting a bit. I think I bruised a rib.
Does
Yeah,
it not help with acrobatics checks? It only helps with saving throw,
for-
doesn't it?
Saving throw. Yeah, if it was a dexterity saving throw, then it would have helped, but not with acrobatics.
Are you coming, Ratsayo?
Yes.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Your
you
king
too,
has
Giovanni.
arrived,
Alright,
my
yeah.
fair servants.
So as you guys peek that corner, let's see here. A dozen kobolds occupy this disheveled and filthy chamber. Half-eaten fish heads and gnawed seal flippers are tossed in the corners or carelessly strewn around matted heaps of fur, which would undoubtedly smell as bad as they look if not for the cold. Are you just going straight in there? You are currently
mean-
concealed because of Pass Without a Trace, but
Oh. Well, I forgot. I guess not.
Ratsail, you're still up in that first room for me. It's
Yeah.
like where are you on your screen?
My screen is all. Oh.
Yeah, it took me a while to search where we were.
What happens when it? Oh, I'm sorry. Here,
Yeah.
There we go.
we'll focus that.
Yeah.
Quick mechanics question, Richard.
Listening.
Since I do have 120 foot of dark vision, does that also expand my fog of war reveal radius? Because I noticed, I think it's still the same, but I
Well,
can see
okay.
farther.
For number one, you'll notice that I don't have Fog of War on here. the only thing I have right now is to hit the walls enforcing line of sight for you.
Mm-hmm.
So that stays the same.
Are
Also,
you sure?
yes, number 2. Do you not have vision?
I have vision, but like I mean like how we reveal areas. Like there's places not in my line of sight that we've already been to and revealed.
Well, that's
And
not
that-
because that's not how that works. I have this set to enforce line of sight. You can't see those areas because there's a wall blocking you.
No, like okay, so like for example, like right here, right, the stairs we came down.
Uh-huh.
Even though I don't see that within vision, like light radius, I still see that on the map, right? Because we've been there and it revealed the area. Do you get what I'm saying?
Everything that's behind a wall right now should be black for you. Is it not?
No, because we've been there, so we revealed the map. That's like the fog of war settings. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
don't-
just
Do I
doesn't.
have it set to Fog of War?
No, Richard, you have it right. We can't see the changes from outside of our vision.
Right.
You
Yeah,
can
we
still-
can't see the changes.
Oh, I
but
have
we
I
can see
have
the
it
map.
enabled. All right, is that working right? Like that looks good.
Yeah, it's
All
fine.
right, good. Because I don't
Yeah,
actually, I haven't messed with Advanced Fog of War at all, so that okay.
Yeah, it looks great. I was just saying, like each character has like a fog of war reveal radius, and I was just
Which
wondering if
I
mine would be-
haven't messed with at all because I haven't really messed with Advanced Fog of War. See, I don't have a view distance set for that, so I think it just reveals just you have line of sight. So, in which case you're good.
I think. Well, yeah. If you have line of sight, it reveals it. But it's also if there's like
I
a
do.
radius for that.
I can set a radius for that.
Yes.
I haven't, and I'm really not, especially in this area. I'm not going to because it's dynamic based on what elevation you're at. The lower points have denser fog, so therefore your line of sight is this is being complicated by the fact this isn't just a matter of how far you can see in the dark or how far you can see in general. It's being complicated by the fact that your view distance is obscured by varying densities of fog depending on what elevation you're at. So right now, anything that's in fog that I think is going to be a problem, like I don't have it set so you're revealing a certain distance. It's just revealing whatever is in line of sight for you. But I actually have stuff. There could be stuff that's hidden on the GM layer because it's in dense enough fog that you can't see it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't mean like objects or tokens, just like revealing the map. There's like a radius to see like the
Right.
map itself. So like I could.
What is the radius? Is there a radius problem? I feel like you should be able to see until you hit a
No.
wall right now,
Yeah, you can see until you hit a wall.
and that's
that-
good. I want it that way.
Right. I'm saying that I can't though. Like I can see farther than that fog of war reveal radius for me because I have the 120 feet as opposed to 60 of
I
dark
wish
vision.
I knew what your fucking. I wish I knew what your screen looked like right now because I feel like you should be able to see down to like down to here almost.
Yep.
Yes.
Because
So
that's how
so-
far your vision is right now.
right. So that's
Can
what
you
I'm saying.
ping where
but,
the
like,
edge of your vision is right now?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is it's not a vision problem. It's a fog of war reveal radius problem because like I can see here, but then as soon as I lose line of sight of that, the map's not revealed. It's like my line of sight cuts off
Oh.
like, or the
Okay,
map
well
cuts off
that's
right here.
okay because you're not actually
we can
there
deal
yet.
with that.
I get it. You can see it now, but if you move away, it doesn't stick later, right? Is that what you're telling me?
Right. Yeah. So if you
That's
change
okay. That is
if
okay.
you change the reveal radius to the sight radius, it should work perfectly.
I'm not gonna mess with that right now. We're just gonna deal with that for now. But that's something to consider later because I haven't actually messed with this at all yet, and I've been thinking about messing with it. But for now, that's not an important thing. As long as you can see where you are at the moment you're there, that's what's important. And I'm glad you guys actually have vision on what the map looks like after you walk away from it somewhat now. Okay?
So kobolds.
Yes.
Do you guys want
I think that we should play the Kobold King game.
Well, I'll have a shot lined up when that inevitably fails.
Okay. Objection?
Overruled.
You're just
Okay.
walking in there. Okay, let's see. None of them have taken notice of you guys yet. A few of them are sleeping, but most are tossing knuckle bones, sharpening blades, sewing clothing, carving whalebone, or picking on each other. So yeah, do you guys want to you want to go talk to them?
Does
Go.
anyone object?
I love the Kobold King, so no.
Okay, yeah, I totally walk in. And I walk in with my hands raised above or to the side of my shoulders, and I say, "My loyal subjects, I am here to set you free from the bonds of the White Death."
They look up at you super confused. Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
What do I have disadvantage?
That will be clear shortly. They look up at
Sure.
you and say, "Free us from the White Death. We venerate White Death." You guys have seemed to have missed something fundamental about kobolds along the way. Is they like dragons.
Yeah.
I slowly back around the corner.
So they're like, "What do you mean? White Death is our master. He brings us to the promised land."
Yeah, I more meant that I'm here to take you to the master directly. He said he wants to see you guys, and all I need he sent me with this really cool magical tapestry that you just have to step through, and it'll take you right to him.
All right, you are going to make a deception check with disadvantage. All right, let's roll an insight check for some fucking kobolds.
This will be fun.
On die beats you, so I don't think they have a -4 modifier.
I want that to be checked because kobolds are pretty dumb and pretty non-charismatic. I really want this to be checked.
It's a wisdom-based checked, and I don't think they're that low, but
It's
yeah, I'm
charisma.
checking.
When they have to
no,
have a
insight.
2,
Ooh.
I think they'd have to have a 2.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they're not, lemmings. So I'm not saying
I
they're
don't
super
know.
smart, but yeah, guess what? They only have a -2 modifier on that, so they roll a 14.
This is bullshit.
They draw their swords.
And taking the shot.
The jig is up.
Oh my god, dude! All I want to do is avoid freaking killing everything, and I try to send him through a portal, and all that happens is no, kobold too smart. Kobold don't want to walk through a portal. Kobold kill.
Yeah, I was aiming at that one there with my shot.
The kobolds were the murder hobos all along.
That's the real secret of our D&D game.
Oh
yeah.
man, I'm high rolling today. Look at that. Never mind.
Oh,
Time for more battle music.
Yeah.
why does
I need something like super not intense because kobolds are just. I'm so beyond fighting kobolds. This is. God. Oh.
All right, is
We were
everyone
just-
in the initiative order?
Just gonna walk by
Yeah,
them.
I'm in there.
I mean, yeah, this didn't have to happen this way. I'd like to remind you.
No, it doesn't. They could have just walked through the portal, Richard.
Yeah. Also, I did use my held action to fight a longbow.
All right, fire. Who were you aiming for?
I was aiming for the one in the middle of the room right there.
Giovanni?
Okay.
Yes, Giovanni, of course, the Kobold King. You take down the king.
All right,
Take
yeah,
right.
you hit him. I don't. Yeah. It's not piercing damage though, is it?
No, plus the fire. I thought we said it was piercing plus fire. One
No,
fire.
it's just straight up fire damage, Gio.
Oh, straight up fire. Okay, I'll change that real quick.
Yeah, he dies. Giovanni,
Oh,
would you like to
nice.
start
Breaking the
slaughtering
law.
your way through kobolds?
Not really.
They have an armor class of 14 and 5 hit points. Or no, I'm sorry, armor class of 12 and 5 hit points. Who are you aiming for?
I don't know. One of them. The one to my right, and then the one to my left.
Dead.
Man, we're gonna get a whopping 5 experience from this.
2 more kobolds to the list. Here we go.
Yep.
I end my turn. Surprisingly, I've only killed 14 kobolds this entire time. I've killed more lizard folk than kobolds.
I need to go back. I need to start watching through the VODs again and just keep up with the kill count. I fell off that.
21 to hit on Giovanni.
I guess. What the fuck are these kobolds rolling? Are
That
these like
is
mega
4
kobold?
bludgeoning damage with a sling. Yeah, we're back to
Whatever.
fucking slings, boys. You remember episode 1?
Ooh. That's gonna do a whopping 4 damage tops.
Actually, you do a whopping 6 damage tops. This one's also going to run up and fire at Giovanni with a sling. He's going to hit again.
Oh yeah, and
3 bludgeoning damage.
Andy, by the way, this is what you were looking for.
Just getting pelted by rocks. Oh lord.
And again,
Thanks, Jake. I appreciate it.
16 to hit.
No, that misses, and I'll riposte with my longbow. JK
I
Kappa.
was like, you being serious right now?
Can I riposte a rock? That'd be pretty dope. I mean, I do have a dex of 20.
That's more than 30 feet this time, so he rolls with disadvantage. And he rolls a natural 1 and hits his friend in the back of the head and kills him. That's pretty funny.
I'm actually listening to this, by the way, Jake. Just wanted to let you know.
Me too. It's actually not bad elevator music either.
Ooh, 18 to hit. 3 damage on you.
What?
Giovanni.
What are you rolling?
It's,
What in the world?
they have a
Like, I
plus-
really don't care,
They have
but
plus
this
4 to
is
hit.
ridiculous.
They have plus
How
4 to
does
hit
how do they have +4? Are you
because
serious?
they're proficient in slings and they have a +2 dex modifier.
Yeah, Rue is right. God dang.
Katie does not approve.
Okay, with all this damage, I looked up intense elevator music. There is none.
We need to make a hard rock cover of elevator music.
Let's see if there. You know what?
Another one rolled a natural 1 and hits this one the head for 4 damage. He's looking real bad. This one's on his last legs.
God, roll 20's freaking killing me, man. Dang it. Okay, sorry. I'm back for the 4th time. I have reloaded my client.
So many slings. That misses. And then
Apparently, there is
dash.
hard rock elevator music.
dash. Okay. Fuck. Someone please kill these kobolds. Evelyn. I almost said Luzina, but I didn't.
Yeah,
I'm proud of myself.
Who's Evelyn?
you're right. Who? I don't know. And I mean, I'm gonna just shoot the boy that's right in front. That's a hit,
Yeah.
and that's a dead.
He only had 1 hit point to begin with, so.
Yeah, well, I wasn't paying attention because elevator music.
Okay.
Go for it. Whoever's next.
Hot soup coming through. Where is my elevator?
Here comes the tentacle boy. Alright, which 2 were you aiming for?
Can that be a superhero name? Can we just call him Tentacle Boy from now on?
For all we know, that could have been his name all along.
Alright, blast 1.
What's that too?
Roll damage. Good. Oh man, you only killed 1 of them.
Oh no.
This one only has 1 HP now.
You should have just summoned your fire elemental in there and really made Richard's day.
Oh, I don't. Well, actually, I do. Okay.
Trying to save that for a rainy day.
Oh, I know. That thing's gonna take on the dragon by itself, man.
That
Burtis.
seems like the worst time to use a fire elemental on a rainy day.
He has a point.
You weren't supposed to catch that.
All right.
He's not wrong.
Okay. I attack this one
Okay.
with my sort of absorb elements.
That's a shitty name.
Listen, okay, it's better than longsword plus 1.
Why didn't you call it the absorb elements?
So that was
Oh,
better.
goddamn. That's good.
It's a shitty
That's
pun,
good.
but at least it's. Anyways. Yeah,
That's
he
good.
dies.
I'm gonna steal that. Alright. And then as a bonus action, I'll click my boots of speed together and dash over to this one. And then extra attack.
Wait, so you still don't have traction?
You missed!
How the fuck?
Wow, Furnace, you suck.
So apparently, no, I do not have traction, Giovanni. I slipped, and that's why I missed. Totally, not because I suck at swinging a sword.
Gotcha.
Oh my god. Okay, are you done?
That could have been a nat 1. I rolled it too. Yeah, that's. I think that. Wait, I still have. Hold on.
I'm just
Still
trying to
have-
think how much movement you've used up. I know you can get. Does it count? Like, are you like hasted? Like, do you get like a third attack?
No. It's. I wish. Yeah, it's not the boots from Critical Role. I looked it up.
No. Okay.
No, it's just 60 feet, and I don't take opportunity attacks. Or wait, is it? I don't take opportunity or have advantage.
I think enemies have
Advantage.
disadvantage on opportunity
Oh,
attacks. I
yeah, they
believe.
have disadvantage. So, well, I'm not even gonna run away then. I don't give a fuck about these kobolds. All right, I'll stay here in my
Okay.
turn.
Talia.
Oh shoot, there's a lot of them.
I did say a dozen. You also
I
missed.
missed.
You know, I just realized something. I'm pretty sure we could lay some freaking caltrops, and if they walk over them, they die.
Could have, yes.
Sounds like a lot
Misha's
of
gonna
work.
ready an attack.
Okay.
And that's it for me.
Giovanni.
I wish I had Taliah's bow so I could just shoot through all three of these kobolds at once.
It's not how that works.
Have you tried it?
No.
Actually, you
whatever.
had. There was a time you shot yourself in the foot to see if it would go through you.
Yeah, that was.
That
an
was a
awkward
real
day.
canonical event.
Yes.
I
Man,
did that?
No.
I think
Taliah.
Talia did, yeah.
Yep.
Usually, shooting yourself in the foot is a metaphor, but she took it literally.
I want to throw a Pokeball.
Oh, Christ. Go back to my other
This-
token.
I just want to make this fight a little more comical. I'm going to throw it right here.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't see,
giant
I didn't see where you paying because I'm on the token page where I'm grabbing that from real quick. So
A
throw
giant bear
Pokeball.
lands on Furnace.
Pretty much.
I lift the bear.
You use the bear as a weapon.
Six.
It's a 6.
Who remembers what 6 is? Oops.
I think that's a giant boar.
You
I
are
think that is
correct,
too.
sir. Oops, too far. All right, where'd you throw it?
On top of
wait.
Furnace, basically.
Right between he and the kobold.
Oh Christ. Vertus, make a strength saving throw.
All right, 1 second. Okay, so I do get a +5. Okay. So 17 plus 5. So 22. I lift the
Kobold.
boar up and throw it on the kobold.
They have to make a strength save.
Oh, man. Boar only got an 18.
All right, that one's knocked prone. Yeah. There we go.
Can I please be holding the boar?
Oh, man. The boar missed, too. Oh, wait. Is that one knocked down? I can't even see
Yes.
because the name
If
tag.
Yes.
it's hitting the prone one, yeah.
Yeah, it's an 18.
It hits. It
Boar
died.
racks up a kill.
Does that go into your kill count?
I think so.
I mean, you bored him to death.
Oh,
All right, this Kobold's done.
Quite
It's gonna try to
accurate.
attack Misha. Misha makes a makes its ready to action attack. So do that.
Dumb enough to attack Misha, not dumb enough to walk through a tapestry. Feels bad, man.
Misha missed, so it is
Misha.
going to do its attack against.
What did we say? What was our
what's-
ruling on double attack though, or multi attack?
Not on reactions.
But as a prepared action.
You're readying a reaction,
Okay, got it.
so no. Yeah. Cobalt misses. I guess the rest of these are just gonna try to wail on the boar now. And they're all gonna make
You're
these
welcome,
attacks with
Virtus.
advantage because of pack tactics.
I think it's almost impossible for them to hit me except for a crit anyways.
What's the boar's armor class?
12.
All right.
It has 42 hit points. I don't think it's going to die this
Number
turn.
1 hits. Number 2 crits. And number 3 hits. So that is going to be
8 damage.
4d4 plus 6.
10 damage.
Okay.
All right, the board takes 4, 5, 6, 8 plus 3, 11 piercing damage.
Cool.
Okay.
They
Evelyn.
scratched it.
Okay. Well, let's do something fun at least.
Let's
Gonna
kill the
move.
kobolds as fast as possible, please.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do this encounter.
Yeah, but you know, throwing a dagger,
Hits.
and there's literally no way it won't kill if they only have 5 hit points.
He's dead.
That's pretty funny.
Nails him
Yeah.
right between the eyes.
And you wonder why I have so many daggers. They're fun.
You also had sneak attack damage on that too, so super overkill. Ratsael.
And
Oh, yeah, sorry. Move. Wherever
yeah,
you want.
just get it out of the way.
Number 1 hits, number 2 doesn't. I'm just assuming you're targeting the closest person.
Yep.
The tentacle boy strikes again. Alright, 2 left. Virtus.
Okay. Can I pick up the boar?
Make a strength check.
Just a raw strength check or like an athletics check?
Yeah, it could be athletics, I guess.
How much does a boar weigh? Can I roll for the boar's fatness?
I think that was a DC 15, so no, you don't pick up the boar.
Okay, what can I do then?
You can look stupid as you strain to pick up a boar for no goddamn reason. That's what you can do.
I had a very valid reason. I was gonna drop it on him.
Well, I'm sorry. As much as I wanted that to work, it did not. Talia.
Oh, but bonus action, I click the boot to speed to disable him, so I only
Okay.
waste 6
Okay.
seconds of it.
Okay.
Yep.
You get 10 minutes of it, right?
Misha
Yes, I
using a
do.
longbow.
I'm confused.
I don't want
That's
to change the
fine with it.
name.
Okay.
She is not good with it.
That explains it.
Roll a dex save for Misha.
Okay.
Too bad I'm not a monk, because then I could try and grab the
2.
arrow.
Roll damage on Misha.
But Father, why?
This fight's
Five.
retarded right now.
It is
You
the dumbest
started
thing
it.
ever. 5 piercing. Yeah.
I'm sorry, you were the first person to walk into a room. This is your fault.
You walked in. Richard was like, "You don't have to walk in there. You're literally invisible." And then you were like, "I don't care."
You also
Maybe
didn't-
if you actually
also didn't
did
have to tell the
something.
kobolds that you were here to free them from their dragon god.
Yeah.
That didn't
Maybe if
help.
you
Oh my
actually did
God.
something in our adventure instead of just sitting there, then
Wouldn't
you
that
can
be
make
with advantage
decisions
though
too.
because of the boar?
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure that have advantage.
Misha
'cause of
slips
the
on
boar.
the ice and falls prone as he tries to make his bite attack. He can
Great.
make his he can make the tail attack with disadvantage if you want. Oh, hits! Thank God. Please kill the cobalt. Yes.
Misha!
Well, if it's a +5, there's literally no way you can't.
Then there was 1. Giovanni, free us from this hell.
Nailed it.
Yeah, okay.
2 nat 1s on that attack.
Oh my god. Okay. Alright, we did it, team. You each get 75 experience points.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
Damn.
That's impressive.
I go hug Misha and tell him I'm sorry.
Misha licks you.
I hug the boar and
It's
tell it I'm
unclear whether
sorry.
he's tasting you.
The boar licks you.
Okay.
I tap Giovanni on the shoulder and say, I'm sorry. That could have been fun.
Oh, Christ. Okay. Yeah, cool. You guys slaughtered some Kolbolds episode 1 style.
Back into stealth. Wow, that's
Wait.
terrible.
What's in that upper corner?
I send the boar charging into the upper corner. Go, boar, go!
What? What?
I'm scouting with the boar, Richard.
You don't have a telepathic link to the boar, and a boar can't talk to you.
Well, boar gives me vision, so DM said so.
Fuck. You're abusing mechanics. Okay. Anyways, do you guys search this room at all?
Yes.
Cool. You guys find. What do you guys find? You find a whole bunch of like carvings and walrus tusks, and some of them are cool enough that you figured they might be worth some shit. So you find 6 of them that seem to be pretty neat. So 6 draconic
6.
walrus tusk drawings. Paraphrase that however you so.
6 draconic walrus tusk drawings.
Alright, as you guys add that to your character sheet, I'm gonna take a break briefly so I can say hi to my girlfriend real quick who just got home, and so I can go get a glass of water. Okay?
Okie doke.
Thank you.
So, 6.
Dragon.
Alright, I'm gonna unmute all this stuff. Did you? Because
Yeah,
that's possible.
it's dead. Rip.
We killed it like a minute
Easiest
ago.
fight of my life.
Alright, no hacks. Okay, so yeah, you have 6 cool carving things. That's what you
Yeah,
got.
we do.
That's what you got from this particular room. What do now?
Where do we want to go?
Well, this looks like a dead end from what I could see.
Well, here. Why don't we take a closer look?
Where did Virtus
It's in a
go?
book.
Oh,
Okay.
just kidding. He's down there. No, it's not a dead end. I
No.
thought you were
into
already
this
in
into
here.
this room, it's literally called junk room. You see scraps of like food scraps, litter, waste, worn out boots, other useless junk. It's a pit-like floor. It's filled to the depth of several feet, with trash. Pretty much.
I feed the boar food scraps.
Would you like to dig through the trash?
Virtus, cast Detect Magic and see if you see anything.
Oh, that's right. I can do that. I cast Detect Magic.
There is fuck all in here.
Damn it,
No.
Giovanni! My
Isn't that
sword
bad?
doesn't like when I use it needlessly. It complains all fucking day.
He does. He's
Just
like,
wa-
why are you having me examine this garbage?
Now it wants me to kill someone. Great.
Now I have to appease it. Wonderful.
I demand blood. Blood for the blood god.
Okay, I found another room, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Three.
Trapeze
three,
and
three.
south.
I wonder if Vertus is just carrying around like a black dragon embodied in a sword or
Alright, so
something.
this looks like a
and,
huge supply
don't know.
room. It's filled with like big like crates of like frozen fish, whale, seal, walrus, and giant squid. Plus some furs. Fish organs, shells, bones, soft stones, and other sundries are stored in smaller quantities. A few inexplicable items are stored away among the other supplies. You see a single steel gauntlet, a silver brooch containing a cameo, I don't know what that means, a brass hilt of a dueling knife, and a decorative belt buckle. Yeah,
Who's it a cameo of?
I don't know.
Vertus, is any of this magical?
I don't know.
Detect magic you can last a period of time.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I knew
10
that.
minutes, I think.
Duh. Yeah.
Is that
is
true?
any of it magical?
Confirm.
I'll Google it.
Hey Kai, you want to join us, or are you fine sticking over there?
Fuck.
Is your token moving on your screen?
Thought I dragged it.
It's 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes. I detect magic within 30 feet of me.
There is
You
nothing
didn't
magical
even have
there.
to cast it again.
I didn't cast it again.
No, like the second time I meant. Like, because you cast it once earlier. You should still be good.
Oh, well then. I'll leave
It was
one
more than
charge
10 minutes since the first time.
Then I did
Okay.
use 2 charges then.
Okay, do we want to go northwest or southeast?
Jake, there's a reason why I only gave certain people access to Misha's character sheet. Did you just abuse that by just messing
I
with
did
stuff
not.
on there?
I actually did
No,
not.
that's from my character sheet. I just have it on Misha's name.
Oh my god.
I was commenting. Completely different.
This is why we can't have
I
nice
just put
things,
it there
guys.
for reference.
Oh, so she can cast that as a ritual. So
Okay.
why don't we just let Taliah detect all the magics?
Rituals take like an hour or so.
Yeah, take half an hour to
and
set
Oh,
up.
this is
do they?
garbage.
I
Think
can't
about it.
even be Misha, actually. Oh, yeah, I can. Just kidding. Check that out.
Well,
All right.
Richard,
Anyways,
take it away.
if you guys abuse this stuff, I will have to take it away.
I have not abused it yet. Just want to put that out there.
I haven't touched it.
Okay.
I still go southeast because I think we'll hit that hallway again.
Yeah, I'm pretty
southeast.
sure we will.
Yeah, no
From
reason
what I've
not
seen.
to.
All right.
I found a pit.
You did. Hang on. Let me read.
I'm gonna keep my distance.
This chamber feels far colder than any area of the ice caves you've explored so far. The cold issues from a yawning pit in the floor that twists down into the darkness, and above which is a heavy iron hook is anchored in the ice of the ceiling. A 5-foot wide walkway extends around both sides of the pit, connecting this entrance to an exit across the room. Carved into the ice of the walls are images of white dragons in flight. Giovanni,
Well,
did you just move across the room?
Yep.
Which path did you take?
I would have gone down this one.
Okay. Oh, Christ.
I was about to say, you should have had
Make a
Boris look
dexterity
down the
saving
pit.
throw. You fall. You slip.
Wait, I think I get Vertus's aura thing too.
So how much do you get?
Nope, I'm
plus-
farther back. It's only 10 feet.
Well, no.
Yeah,
it happened
but-
as soon
okay,
as you
so
stepped right
where's-
here.
Ha! So I
I
get a
turn it
17.
off for him. No, I'm kidding.
What gets added to that?
Long live
Five.
the kid.
Five adds.
Plus 5 flat.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right, you hold your
you
footing. It's a real good thing you rolled that 12.
You're welcome.
Okay, yeah. You stumble a little bit, but you like part of the portion of the walkway crumbles on this side, and
I think
ice
the boar
slides down the
falls.
chute. Did the boar go
The
first?
boar. The boar rolled a 5 though, plus Vertus's 5.
All right. The
So I'm pretty sure the boar
down the
falls.
chute.
By a
yeah,
boar.
Boris, no.
Let's see here. How much damage does the board take for that? Um, I mean, you hear squealing down there. Let's see here. How much? I think he's still alive. He should be. The board takes 9 bludgeoning damage. You hear him squealing at the bottom
Okay.
of the pit. It sounds like it's pretty far down there, actually.
Good boar. And I order it to just go rampaging around like a bull in a china shop down there.
All right, we'll get to the consequences of that later. Your boar's gone
Perfect.
for the time being.
That's okay. He's just chilling. Anyways, who else wants to come across? It's not that bad.
I mean, you could not go across the hard part, but
Yeah, maybe going the other way around. That might be a little better, but I don't
My
know.
boar.
Everyone sticks to me. They get a bit better. I don't know how to RP
as a
this.
matter
A
of
bit
fact,
better
you
agility.
can't even go this way anymore. Like the ice on that
Oh.
side of the pit crumbled, and it's like pretty much impassable now.
Oh, all around it.
Just like on this side.
Oh, we were going the
Yeah, we're,
And you
we're
guys walk around that
slowly.
side, and you're fine. Like it's okay. Like
Oh, okay, that
Oh,
was easy.
okay. Man, you chose poorly.
okay. You guys step back out the hallway down there.
Yeah,
Yep.
now we can go left or right. A wise man said, "Never do anything right."
Was he wise?
But we could wrap up this direction over here. Like this is a corner of the map. We could just wrap it up.
That is true.
That's I do trust a cartographer.
He is the cartographer of the group.
That's how I'm justifying your meta right there.
That's how you're standing still again.
Oh,
Okay, just
oh, that looks like something. Do you see what I see?
I see something, but I think it looks like a boat. So Giovanni's gonna go check it out.
All right,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
you
can-
guys step into this room. Let's see
It is
here.
indeed a boat.
Just so you know, you can barely see the outline of the boat. Visibility in here is only 45 feet. Because the fog's getting pretty dense. Let me roll another die real quick. Okay, that's fine. So what do you see here?
This is a large cavern. That does not bode
You
well.
see several creatures just frozen as statues in here. Like they're just covered in ice, frozen to the ground. You guys are sort of walking around the room searching it, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
All right. As you guys sort of like spread out through the room and take a look around, what you see are 2 Remmer hazes, a trio of Behirs. I don't know what Behirs are.
Holy cow.
5 abominable yetis and a giant squid of jaw-dropping size just frozen into this room. There's also a
And-
complete longshift with sails raised is also on display here.
So Talia can turn into how many of these things now?
I don't think she can analyze any of them with a great enough fidelity.
Yeah, I think giant squid is too strong.
Not even. Even if they were in range for her, I just think like she can't really. Like she needs to like observe the animals and see how they work and how they move and stuff. And these guys are frozen as statues.
Tell me about the boat.
Is Ratzael going up to the boat with you? Out of
I would
curiosity.
like to.
Okay, yeah,
like
go
boats.
check out the boat. Ratzael, you know boats. And you know that like you look around this cavern, you look at the boat, and you know like the boat didn't fit down here. Like there was no way you could pick up the boat and move it here like this. Would have had been disassembled and reassembled down here. And you see evidence of that. Like some stuff, like although the boat as a whole looks like it's together, you notice like there are parts that aren't in the right spot. Like it was reassembled incorrectly in certain places.
Boat
Um,
looks a little weird.
Yeah. So yeah, you can sort of intuit that it was disassembled and reassembled down here by people who didn't really know what they were doing.
But why?
But more importantly, as you get up on the deck of the ship, there's an open chest of gold sitting there.
Oh, I touch. Touch.
You're touching
God
it.
damn.
I wait for it to bite me. Touch.
Nothing
Yeah,
happens.
Ooh,
wait,
is this like cursed pirate treasure? I take a piece.
You're now a skeleton.
Do you take a piece?
Yeah, sure. Why not? What's
All right,
D&D
you
without
have
some
one
risk?
gold piece.
I lick it.
It sticks to your tongue.
Yeah.
I was gonna say probably gets stuck.
It's cold down here, man.
All right. Let's look. I dig through the chest, hoping that I can get like a pirate curse of invulnerable. Or god dang, yeah. I just don't die anymore. I just can't eat
All right,
apples.
so are you guys?
Frickin' Revenant.
What are you doing with the chest?
I
He's
dig
digging
through
through
it. I look through all the
All
fun
right,
stuff.
yeah, you dig through the chest, and what you find is it contains 375 gold pieces. Well, 374 gold pieces. Excuse me, one's stuck to your tongue right now. 1,480 electrum pieces.
Oh my god.
Here we go. Yeah. 495 silver pieces.
Hold on,
And-
I need these numbers again
Yeah,
real quick.
that's- I
375 gold.
375. 1480 electrum.
495 silver.
495 silver. And we're just gonna like general like pieces of jewelry, like chains, general treasure totaling 225 gold pieces in value.
Hey, Roz, you have a bag of holding, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Why don't we just fill her up?
Oh, I'm the bank now.
How much interest do
Where
we
are
get?
you guys? Where are the rest of you guys while they're like up there investigating this treasure pile?
I'm with Misha.
We're
Where's
just gonna
Misha?
like stay kind
I
of close
sure
to
hope
entrance.
this wasn't cursed.
Maybe look
and
at some of the statues around there.
maybe
So
these
you're-
things are gonna thaw out.
So you guys are staring near like the entrance of this cave.
Yeah.
Okay. You hear movement coming from over here.
Over where?
Oh.
Out.
Ice troll.
It's
And
coming
yeah,
from up here,
you guys
guys.
peek around the corner. There are 2 ice trolls approaching. What do you do?
Are there cannons on the ship, by the way?
No.
I immediately
Dang
try to stealth around the corner here.
All right, make a stealth check.
I mean, my longbow is like a cannon. It can reach that
Do we
far.
still have pass without a trace, by the way?
I
Yep,
think you
it's
need,
an hour.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Okay,
that's
so
22.
I get
Taliah,
disadvantage, but yeah.
what are you doing? Oh, so 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you
And I know
guys
we're
you guys duck around the corner just fine. And these guys kind of peek in. They're looking around, peering through the mist, looking for you guys. So you guys still have the advantage of. Actually, here, I need to make a perception check for them because they are actively searching for certain. Let me pull up their character sheets.
Do they get disadvantage since it's misty?
I'm evaluating that. It's being taken
Also-
under consideration.
Also, I'm imagining you guys just freeze like the frozen people around you. Like, if we don't move, they won't see
Yeah,
us.
we just act like frozen statues.
That gives them super disadvantage.
It's a good thing you guys have passed without a trace because they both rolled pretty well on that. Yeah, they step in, they're peering around, they can't seem to find anything. They start fanning out throughout the room. What do you guys do?
I look over to Talia and I whisper as quietly as I can. Should we ambush these trolls? Should we let them pass? I mean, our comrades may be caught off guard.
I guess we should try. Maybe we could separate one and kill one, and then get the other.
They're
Okay.
both moving towards the ship. They're kind of fanning out as they do this, but they're moving like this.
When do we see them?
We can only
You
see
see them
what,
now.
45? Oh, we can
Oh.
About 45 feet away. So you guys You probably hear them stomping around in there. Now you're just gaining vision on one of them emerging through the fog.
Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking?
Yes.
Weapons free, baby.
Oh, I was thinking parlay, but okay.
I will
All right, I'll switch to my Haziran, and I'll click my boots of speed, and I'll dash up to this troll, try and ambush him.
Okay.
I want
All
to
right.
add
And
Ivar
if we're
to
doing
my
weapons
pack.
free for a surprise round,
Yeah,
then,
you guys can do a surprise round real quick.
Okay, I just wanted to going at the nearest boy with this roll. 27. I imagine
That's
that
a hit.
hits.
You also get sneak attack on that, so.
And oh wow, that's low.
Hot damn, 23 fire damage. These guys are trolls, remember?
I know.
Ice trolls at that. Hold on, yeah, let me do initiative real
Yeah,
quick.
everyone roll for initiative, and you can do your sneak attack, or your surprise round.
Right. Cool. All right, I'll
19 to the close one.
I'm only giving you one shot on the sneak attack, and then.
Oh, no, I get extra attack.
Really? Okay.
And that, yeah,
Oh,
come
yeah.
on. I'm giving you guys. I'm letting Virtus run up behind this guy and still get a free round on him before. So.
Okay,
So I'll
then
only get one
7.
attack.
Yeah, I'm giving you one free shot before. Yeah, you hit with your longbow, and you do 7 damage.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you need arrows for that. Here, have 28 arrows.
Okay, I'll just make an attack then. 16.
Hits.
13 damage, and you can't regain health.
Does it? Can he do a con saving throw? Or
Oh well, yeah, it's a con spell save, but
he rolled a natural 1. So
he can't regain health.
Ever.
Ever.
again, these guys are trolls, so that
Yeah,
is
no, that's
fairly
really good.
significant.
Man, I rolled double ones on the damage for that first hit. Holy
Yeah.
hell.
All right, so let's get this in the combat order then. Descending. Evelyn,
I cast Ivar's
Yeah.
Black Tentacle.
what'd you
I mean,
do?
if it
I'm
wa-
sorry, Kai. What'd you say?
I said I cast it. We all took a action for the surprise round, right?
Yeah. What'd you do?
So I cast Ivar's Black Tentacles
How's
on
that work?
square that I drew. So in that square that I drew, it's full of tentacles, and the area is difficult terrain.
Okay.
When a creature enters the affected area or starts a turn there, they have to make a dex save, or they take 3d6 bludgeoning damage, and they're restrained
Okay.
until the spell ends.
Neat.
Yeah.
All right. So
It
that's gonna be
starts
that's gonna be
its
relevant
turn
at
in
the start.
area, and it's already restrained. It takes damage.
Okay. If it starts its turn in the area, it's already restrained. Like they don't
And
get a
is
chance.
already it has to already be restrained. So if it gets restrained and then it's there the next turn, it takes extra damage.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hit the same boy with my best shot. I'd say that probably does good.
It does. Yeah.
Fire away! Wow.
Did you really mean to just quote "hit me with your best shot," or was that sheer coincidence? Hit him with my best shot, fire away. Really?
This is important. Did you mean to do that? Answer
I feel like
honestly.
that's almost a loss of inspiration.
Answer honestly.
Like that's
Loss or a gain?
I mean,
I-
that was.
I don't know.
It was, honestly, but I don't have inspiration to lose.
I gave you inspiration. I liked it.
You see?
I added it to your character sheet. It's there.
Woo!
Not that we ever use inspiration anyways, but
Well, I never
Yeah.
have it.
I just like the cool looking icon on my character sheet.
Yeah, I completely forgot to use inspiration when I fell like fucking 20 stories, so that would have been good.
all right, yeah, you hit him. You don't have surprise on him anymore. You don't have an ally with him.
No,
If he's
because
in
I
a sneak
didn't
attack.
decide to hide it.
Ratziel.
Is this ship like high off the ground? Do I have to take a
No, it's not. It's very much like the one you guys are. It's very much like Frostskimmr. It's pretty low to the surface. Like, it's a very low drag thing. You're probably like less than 10 feet off the ground.
I'm going to move to the bow.
Okay.
That's not the bow, that's the bow.
That's what's saying. I'm pretty sure that's the stern.
I'm going to shoot the ice troll.
Okay. Double hit.
Oh, baby.
Wow. Damage on that. Minus 19.
19 force damage.
He's looking bad, guys.
That's it for me.
Taliah.
Misha's gonna try and run around the troll to flank it, because Misha's a smart dragon.
He's
Jeez.
gonna have to sprint to get there, though. It's pretty far.
Yeah, that's fine. The sprint.
Okay. That's it for him?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna move up and use Burning Hand.
Don't you have to be in touch range for that? Oh, it's a cone.
15-foot cone.
All right, Virtus. Oh, how you cast? How you aiming this?
Oh shoot.
You see the obvious problem here, yeah.
If you cast the edge of the cone this way and then the other one this way,
No. Virtus, long live the king.
if she hits me, she hits Misha. That's all I'm saying. There's no way to hit me with it and not
no,
hit Misha.
I mean that's
No,
15
there's a troll in the
feet,
way.
So yeah,
There's a troll in the way
15
too.
feet ends like right there.
Oh, that's true. But she could also just do this.
I want to point it like, obviously, so I don't hit.
Okay, that's fine. You can do that. And he makes a dex save. What's his dex? +1. He meets, so that's half damage.
Okay. That's it.
So that's 5. Okay. Giovanni.
Oh god, I wasn't paying attention. Fire.
Hit and hit.
18.
It's still alive.
Hardy
Virtus. Oh, actually, Virtus? What's your dex modifier?
I have a dex of 12, so +1.
Yeah, he has a dex of 13. It's still +1, but he does go before you. All right, so let's start with the fact that this one's inside of Ard's Black Tentacles. He makes a dex save, correct?
Yes.
He rolled a natural 1. What happens to him?
Okay, so I have to roll 3d6, and he's restrained.
Just don't roll a 1 on all of them. Okay, good job. Yeah, he dies. That is the fastest I've ever seen a troll burst. Well done.
Right. Sweet.
Okay, so number 2 then. This ice troll's gonna turn on Virtus, I guess. And he's gonna try to hurt him real bad. You're greatsword now. You're not sword and bard, yeah.
Correct. Yep.
All right, we'll start with his bite attack. That misses. And we'll move on to both of his claw attacks simultaneously. So that's a 12 and a 13, so neither of those go. Yeah, so he did real bad there. All right, that's his turn. Virtus.
All right. Do I have advantage here, or would I have to move
Yes.
to get that? I
You
do.
do.
Sweet. All right. I'm gonna satiate Hazuran and just dig into him with this this here great sword. 27.
Your sword laughs maniacally as you swing it.
That is 25 damage.
Okay, minus 25. And let's see here. You knock something off. I think. Well, let's find out. I guess you don't. Never mind.
Okay. So I attack again.
Hit.
18. That is 23 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, Remember when trolls were dangerous?
I don't.
And again. Ooh. You decapitate him.
Yeah, I do.
And he's
It's
still
not
alive.
dead,
I was
What?
but you do decapitate him.
It's a
All
chicken.
right. That's fine. This is fine.
Okay. Yeah, Evelyn.
Okay, quick question: is this poor boy right here? Is he on fire because of the shots or no?
Yeah, he's smoldering, but he seems pretty dead.
Okay, dead, not. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
totally
no,
dead.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I need to know because then I'm just gonna. I'm gonna hopefully.
You
click
can't
back.
really see that one through the fog right now. If you fire on him from here, you have disadvantage on the attack.
What if I were to be here?
I still think you're more than 45 away.
Ah, okay. In
Yeah,
that case, what if
yeah.
I were here?
Yeah.
There we go.
I mean, you can definitely hear some action and shit going on there, so you can reasonably move towards that.
Yeah.
You miss.
Let me. I don't have advantage.
Actually,
on that
oh,
because
I'm
it's-
sorry. He has an armor class of 15. I thought he had an armor class of 16. Never mind. Yeah, you hit.
Okay, well, let's see. There's that, and then there's where's that? 20
Where were
damage.
That's
Where were
enough.
you
Okay.
aiming?
Yeah. You hit him, and like his body just sort of ignites, and like you see his headless form like flailing around, and then like it tips over, goes limp, and Bertus, you see his head on the ground, though, still kind of look around, like sees a little bit, and then go limp too.
This poor boy.
Can I just like stab the head,
Sure.
put him out of his misery? Do I have to make an attack roll for that?
No.
Oh,
It's just
All right.
you stick it through, and there's a fine crunch, and
man.
it stops.
God, you guys are such murder hobos. They just wanted to give us pamphlets on all the things that this cave had to offer.
Yes.
I-
Now you see. They were in fact holding pamphlets, spreading the good word about Troll Jesus.
Oh, so they're Mormons. Oh, okay.
Oh, and then we definitely deserve to
we
kill
did the
him.
right thing.
We did the
Oh,
world
dear.
a service.
And you each get 900 experience points.
Woo.
Woohoo!
Those trolls have a challenge rating of 5, even though you guys bursted them in a round and a half.
You know, the sad part is that a lot of these fights that we burn through, we don't even use a lot of our magic or anything.
I
Just saying, like we go pretty easy on a lot of it.
This would have been different if you guys hadn't cast Pass Without a Trace before coming in here, so that helped. So
You're
yeah, good
welcome.
job.
Yeah.
Thank you, Talia.
And this is why
Yeah, so
sneak
you
is
guys do
great.
that. You gathering up all that treasure.
There's
Yes.
treasure? What? And then he immediately.
You don't know there's treasure.
The gods told me so.
Guys, this is our secrets that no Virtus is allowed to know about, right?
I can hear you. I'm right here. I'm like literally 10 feet away.
You don't want it, it's cursed. It gives you erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, which is why it's all mine because that's not a problem.
I moved back over to Talia.
Back away slowly. Yeah, I don't think I want to
Feed
hang
me
out with
some more
you guys
jerky.
anymore.
Where is your god now, Virtus?
They're doing some weird shit on that boat.
All right, so that's a thing. What now, guys?
Well, after that, is there anything else on the boat other than the treasure that was obvious and out there?
No, just the fact that you noticed that it didn't seem to be assembled poorly back here.
Mm.
I
Any,
start disassembling the boat.
any magic items within 30 feet, would you say?
No.
Damn, okay.
I would
You're
say
just
with
gonna walk
absolute
around the room.
Impunity that the answer to that is no.
Well, this was fun.
On to the next one.
All right.
I don't-
As you do that, nothing
Yeah.
happens. Yeah, where are you guys going?
Let's
West.
go to the west.
To the west. I'm not going first anymore, so Giovanni's leading.
And I never go first unless we're all.
Do you guys want to go southwest?
Southwest.
Well, we could go north by northwest or south by southwest. One of them leads to a spy ring, I believe. Been a while.
All right. I'll describe that room in just a moment.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys come in, start wandering in here, and the room is pretty much empty.
Except for a brand new car.
What is this?
Dun, dun, dun,
As you guys are looking around the room, and you guys hear movement coming from. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. From over here, and an ice troll comes walking down the ramp.
God dang it.
Did he see you guys yet? I want everyone to roll group stealth check. Pass without a trace, still active.
Oh wow!
I rolled a 19.
That is a rare failure for me.
Yo, dude, I think we just failed this stealth check.
Yeah,
yo.
we definitely did. Look at all the red.
We still have pass without a trace.
Yeah.
That doesn't help me.
I think Evelyn tripped real hard, and the ice troll heard. So we're just gonna immediately roll for initiative here.
Who dat? Who dat?
Well,
This is a waste of time, but whatever. I rolled on the encounter table.
Can I just say I kill it?
No. We're doing
can I
this.
just say Giovanni kills it?
If I get double
It's
crits,
here.
can we
It's
just say I
looming
kill
over
it?
here. You're prone.
Oh, here, let me. Oh, I was about to do that then.
Giovanni, go.
Alright, calling the double crit right now. Let's go, baby. Well, how do those do?
They both hit.
14.
Okay. Curtis.
All right. I mean, I'm probably going to use Boots of Speed anyways, but I'm assuming we're using like the diagonal rules to where it's like 5 feet, then 10 feet, then 5 feet, then
Yeah.
10 feet. Okay. So
Yeah, you're
if
definitely
we-
not actually within 30 feet of him.
right. So I'll click my boots together, Boots of Speed, get right up in there. And I still have Haziran out, so I'm going to use that.
Cool.
Give him a good old slash
Whack.
19.
That's a good hit. He makes a con
22.
save. He fails it.
And then give him the old 1-2, 17.
Did you? Oh no, you just multi-attack. Never mind. You're good. Yeah, that hits.
And 19.
My God, the damage. He's bloodied. Bless you.
And I
Evelyn.
place one trap card face down and end my turn.
Why? Why are we doing this?
It's okay.
Because-
I'm gonna cast Pot of Greed this turn.
Stealing my memes?
Allows me to draw 2 cards. Now, okay. I'm gonna get up.
You guys remember a lot more about Yu-Gi-Oh than I do, by the way.
Yeah.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
And then,
That was a solid part of my childhood.
Yeah,
No, dude,
right?
it was too for mine too. I don't. These are vague memories, very vague.
and then you know what? This seems like a stupid idea.
You gonna throw
I-
a boar at him?
Not that stupid. But,
Dude, get off. Come on.
moving to flank and then sword attack.
It's a perfect idea. What are you talking about?
Hold on, we're about to have a puny god moment. Just wait.
Both my sword and I smile at Evelyn coming in for the sword
Your
attack.
sword doesn't have a mouth, but sure.
Metaphorically, Richard.
Well, either way, that's a 20.
Yeah, that's a hit. Another DC 15 con.
7, and then
Is that
and
supposed
then
to be
the
con
necro-
save every time he connects?
at the start of the turn.
I'm looking at Virtus.
Oh,
What?
As start of the
Yeah,
creature.
Mine's when it hits. It's just like extra damage.
Okay.
Oh, are you talking about the con save?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, let me
I need to
look
read the
up.
description of it because
Yeah,
because
I'll look
maybe
it up real quick.
the necrotic damage didn't apply that time.
What is it?
If he resaves every time you swing, the necrotic damage didn't apply your second time.
No. The necrotic damage applies no matter
Oh,
what.
okay,
The
never
save
mind.
is to see
Okay.
whether or not they regen.
In that
health.
case,
yeah.
then sorry, Evelyn. He saves on your con save. Oh, it's start
Oh,
of
wow.
creature's turn, so it's not his turn
at
yet.
his turn. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right, yeah, you hit him for 19 slashing, and I forgot to do this every time. Number 1, nothing happens. Number 2, but your second swing, Virtus lopped off an arm.
Okay.
Arm, I think. No, leg. You lopped off the leg. And then let's see here, minus 19 here, and we roll again.
Yeah, and
So
they
he's
make
prone.
Nothing happens.
for the wounding they make the con save at the end of their turn for Haziran.
Does it apply DOT?
No, it's not a die. It's just mine is just upfront raw damage, and then the continuous effect is they're wounded and they can't regen hit points unless they con
Unless
save
they
at the end of
save.
the turn.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, unless they save.
Oh, and by the way, I'm gonna use my bonus action to disengage and move the last of my movement action.
Okay. Rotsail.
I'm gonna. Wait, how far away am
Yeah, is there fog in this room too?
Yes, 45 feet is your visibility right now.
I? I will scooch forward and Eldritch Blast twice again.
Miss and hit.
11 damage.
Well, yeah. Well, no, only 6 because the first one missed.
Oh. 6
You,
damage.
you only rolled a 10. All right, so he can't regen because of reasons.
And then DC for me, unless you are counting the one you previously rolled, in which case
Right? Yeah.
no damage.
Well, no, I'm gonna count that one because I did roll it.
Okay.
Next, he's gonna try to wail on Virtus because Virtus is there. And Virtus doesn't have a shield up for once. Bite. 20 to hit.
20.
Yeah.
That'll hit.
Yeah, I get to do damage.
A rarity.
Only 7 piercing damage on the bite. And then double claw. Double claw. Oh boy. It's a 25 and a 21.
That'll hit.
That's gonna be 46 plus 8. This could chunk it pretty good. So that is, I rolled pretty bad. 6, 9 plus 8, 17 slashing damage on consecutive claw attacks.
Okay.
And it is Taliah's turn. Oh wait, and he has to repeat his con save to see if he can regen. He does.
What did he roll?
He rolled an 18.
Yep.
All right, Taliah.
Misha's just gonna move up. I'm gonna actually hit someone with my longbow.
Hooray! You did it. Do some damage.
Hey.
Oh, he tips over. And he's down.
So wait, did you say I
Yay.
chopped off one of his arms?
One of his legs. That's still flopping around the floor, by the way.
Okay, so he's standing on one leg.
I mean, he's on the ground now.
Wait, was he on the ground after I chopped his leg off though?
No.
Burgess, I killed him.
Woohoo!
I thought you just knocked him over.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
he's not
worse.
moving right now. Would anyone else like to do something?
Yeah, let's just,
Light him on ice.
light him on ice, light him on fire.
But he's an ice troll.
Roll for damage.
Burgess, no.
Yeah, you quickly think, oh yeah, trolls. They gotta hit him with fire. You pull your bow out, fire an arrow, and it goes high and hits Vertus in the groin for 12 fire damage.
I demand sneak
I-
attack.
do
I
I
demand
not get
sneak
to save
attack
on these at
damage.
all?
What?
Like, do I not get to save on these at all?
Make
Like,
a
that
dex
isn't-
save. Maybe we can get you down to half damage.
Wait. It was a nat 1. His AC is higher than 1.
That is true. My AC
No,
is higher than
I
18.
demand sneak attack damage
Like
here.
that?
Yeah, perfect.
I'm not gonna do that. Vertus, roll a dex save to see if you can get out of the way of most of this arrow.
If he fails it, can he take that? Or like if he gets a 1? Oh no!
You know what?
Sorry, what was that?
I'm gonna say
What was
that,
that?
as soon as Evelyn raised her bow, you're like something bad is about to happen. You fucking do like a fucking cartwheel and dodge the entire thing.
Anyways, that was fun.
The troll's not dead, guys.
Shoot it again. Jesus, dude. Just keep shooting it. Look, what you do is you take your longbow button and go. Like that.
Oh, like this?
Does anyone actually in range to quickly tag this thing with something fire based before he
I
gets
could
to
do
regain
this.
hit points? You already did your thing. You missed. Is
Yeah.
anyone else close enough to do this before the troll's turn?
I can just stab it again so it can't regain hit points.
I threw produce
Oh,
flame.
wait, yeah. No, wait. Why do we even have to do that? My sword does that.
Taliah, if you produced.
It
got
doesn't say.
24.
Okay. Yes. Okay. You produce flame and you hit it before it can stand back up. It is
Yeah,
dead now.
Height.
Take 450 experience points. Okay. Good job, team.
Yeah, that was a comedy of errors right there at the end.
This room is otherwise empty, by the way.
This room is clear.
This room is clear.
All right. Now, taking the lead, why don't we go up this corridor here? Oh. I was about to say, can they just die? We just look at them and they die.
Is there more stuff? Oh, what the hell? Are you kidding me?
At least it's not a threat.
Okay, so as you guys kind of, I know it's not pictured here, but as you guys roll up here, like there's like a tent in here. Let me describe it. The empty ice floor of this chamber holds a most unexpected sight. A large shelter is seemingly built of scraps and in the style of tents used by the desert nomads of Kalimshan. It's some
I like it.
2,000 miles to the south. So there's like a desert style tent in the middle of this room, and there's a troll standing guard outside of it.
And you didn't hear any of that just went down over there?
Apparently not.
Or he just doesn't care. Yeah, you killed Ted. Ted was an ass.
Yeah, no one in the office really liked him.
That's why we sent him out there.
Never refilled the coffee.
Well,
Let's just conserve the same initiative order. Do you guys want to go in on this? Kill the troll?
Let's do it, Giovanni. I look over
Yeah.
at him. Let's go.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, go poke the troll to death. Please.
Can Giovanni and I run in simultaneously so we can get advantage?
Hit one.
Oh, that's funny.
Strike one with the rapier hit. Strike two does not.
Oh, just die, you stupid troll! God.
Vertus.
Alright, do I get advantage? Here.
No, you don't have flanking yet.
What if I move here?
Sure. Kind of squeezed against the wall there.
No, don't worry, it's fine. I moved.
Just do it.
Alright. I'm gonna hit him with this.
Yep.
And a little bit of that. And a little more of this. Wait, advantage. Woohoo! And a little more of that.
Let's just
18
murk
What's that?
plus-
36 damage.
Yep.
I don't
That's
know.
cute.
I quit counting after like it hits double digits.
Okay.
Okay, so the second you roll, you stop counting.
That's a joke.
Evelyn.
I've got intelligence of 10. It's just way over my head.
All right. Whoop, wrong thing. Since it seems to be working so well, let's just gangland style kill this fucker. Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
And then
Just like to point out, we like triple wound him as well. He's got like 3 wounds on him that don't heal.
It's 35. Wow.
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
He's not. You did cut his head off though.
Wait, does that mean he's technically blinded? The body at least?
Yeah, maybe.
And
I don't know.
I just want to see something that was right there.
Raphael, come kill him.
His body's still
Disengage.
standing.
Disengage and move over there. Get out of the way of Rouse.
I'll just toss a torch on him.
Okay. You do that, it does 1 fire damage to him. He's still moving.
Yeah, he was still up.
Oh,
Good job, Roz.
I suppose he
Nice.
can't do a bite attack anymore, so I guess he's just gonna swing wildly with his claws around him. I'm gonna roll 1d3 to figure out who it hits. Starting at Giovanni and moving clockwise.
Yeah,
so
figures.
Number 1's gonna hit.
Oh,
go
those-
towards
oh, just kidding.
Raphael, and number 2 is gonna go towards. Also Raphael. So incoming.
He really didn't like that fire damage.
I could
Number
deal with
1's at
being
22
decapitated.
to hit.
I'm going to use my entropic shield to make him have disadvantage.
Okay.
It doesn't work with Richard. He'll just roll a
17.
23.
17 to hit.
17. Oh, I only have 1 reaction. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Take. What's it? 6 plus 10 slashing damage.
okay.
And number 2 misses. And that's his turn. Taliah, are you in range to do anything here?
You can shoot through walls.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's good enough. You can fire from there without disadvantage.
15.
Hits.
9.
Oh yeah, by the way, you never rolled the con for necrotic from my sword.
Didn't have to.
Well, that's good.
Richard
actually-
wants it dead. That's the thing.
Right.
Alright. Take another 450 experience points. Good job.
These ones don't have restorative powers because Richard doesn't want them to.
No, they don't have restorative powers because you guys have a lot of stuff that stops them from having restorative powers.
Exactly.
And it only even when you guys don't have an active effect that's reducing the restorative powers, it takes effect at start of their turn. And normally by then someone has hit it with fire or necrotic damage that means that it can't recover. So, yeah.
Got him.
Oh,
That's life. Yeah, he's dead. So now in front of you is just like a tent.
Is
I
there
look in the
anything this
tent.
corner?
what is in the tent?
There's nothing in that corner. All right, yeah, you
Is
open
there a
the
bed
tent,
in the tent?
and inside the tent, hang on.
That is of dire importance. Is there a bed in this tent?
I believe there is a bed
Oh,
inside this
this
tent.
fucking module.
The interior of the shelter is surprisingly warm, thanks to a small stove and simple
Yeah,
lamps
it's time
burning
that one.
aromatic whale oil. Carpets are heaped on the floor in thick layers, and tapestries from every culture in Faerun hang suspended from a sturdy frame of whale ribs. Books and scrolls are stacked neatly on tables and reading stands made of hide and of whale and I'm sorry. Books and scrolls are stacked neatly on tables and reading stands made of hide and whalebone. The only furnishings in the center, the only furnishings in the shelter not made from these natural materials are the carpets and tapestries, and a portable writing desk that appears to have been taken from a sailing ship. Um, Seated at the writing desk is a female tiefling wearing a blazing crimson cloak over tailored furs. The cloak is fastened with a silver and ivory brooch bearing the design of bearing a design reminiscent of a stylized branching tree, the symbol of the Arcane Brotherhood. Two Kobold attendants stand nearby, glancing nervously between you and the tiefling. After a few moments, the tiefling looks up with an expression of pale disinterest and asks, "Have you come to save me or kill me?" Not that there's much of a difference between the two.
Son of a bitch, you're the person we're supposed to find.
Maccath the Crimson, I take it.
She nods.
What do you mean by saving and killing you would be the same?
I mean, no one goes anywhere without Great White Death having a say in it. So
We seem to have moved wherever we wish. Hasn't stopped us yet.
Have you tried to leave yet? She asks.
I mean, no.
Okay, well, several of us have tried to leave before. It doesn't go well.
What happens when you try to leave?
You get added up to the gallery up at the top of the iceberg.
Yeah,
She
the
says,
ice.
You
Remember?
you guys remember the Tem corpse is frozen in a wall at the top when you guys first arrived.
Yeah, that wasn't just macabre art.
Oh, so you're saying the solution would
Macabre.
be to just kill the Great White Death?
She laughs. She says, "Yeah, I suppose that would be a solution."
That's
Oh, okay. Well, then
what we're gonna
simple. That's all
do.
we have to do.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. You want to
Let's-
come?
You can tag along if you'd like.
Won't be the first thing we've killed. That's a dragon.
Wouldn't be the first white dragon we've killed.
I
Hold
show her
that
my
thought.
fancy necklace.
I think the Kolbolds like kind of realizing like, oh, like you're here to rescue her. They break into a sprint. They try to sprint past you. And okay, Giovanni, you get one of them.
And
And Evelyn tosses a dagger at the second and kills it dead.
yep.
So yeah, both of those are dead.
Everyone
Look, see,
collect
we're
10,
dragon killers.
everyone collect 10 experience points. No, I'm kidding.
Actually,
actually
yes,
8.
that's exactly what that is. They're 25
wow.
each. There's 5 of you, so
Man.
good job. You guys killed some Kolbolds.
Come with us, for we aim to vanquish dragons and have wine with them at the same time.
Mostly just the vanquish part, though.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the weird one. He whines and dines dragons.
And she says, "Okay, so she kind of looks up. She's like, okay, so you guys are here to get me out of here. I appreciate that. I'd like to go. What's your plan?"
Well,
We
I
go in
mean,
and we hit it really hard until it dies.
First, we're going to go northeast.
You're just gonna walk out in the
Do
middle
you
of
know where
this
the
conversation.
dragon is?
And she says, "It's down below. I have access through my library over here."
I'm gonna just over here.
Yes.
Okay. Do we want to finish exploring this area?
There is indeed a pit, I can confirm.
All right. Well, can we
do you wanna
finish
clear
this
the
scene
floor?
in here before we get too far into what's going on over there?
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's see here. Let's talk about this. She's like, "Okay, you guys are here to rescue me. I appreciate that. Let's talk about how that needs to go, though." She says, Aruthathor, Great White Death, is currently in his lair below. There's an entrance to the pit in the room next to us. She says, yeah, I belong to the Arcane Brotherhood. a while back, Aruthor stole a whole bunch of magical tomes and scrolls from Hoth's Tower in Luskan. Most of that is in the scriptorium next door. All of that needs to come with me on the way out. So we need a way to be able to transport all of that.
Well, isn't that convenient?
I happen to have a bag of holding.
Oh, she's like, that's perfect. Yeah, go grab all. By all means, grab all the tomes and books in the next room, and we can definitely get out of here. If you guys are really going down there to kill that dragon, I have something that might be able to help. She like opens up her writing desk and starts fishing through it, and she pulls out
It's
a
a
ring.
rapier.
It's
Damn
a
it.
scroll of dragon slaying.
She pulls out a ring. This is a ring of cold resistance, and she pulls out 2 arrows, and she says, "These are arrows of dragon slaying."
I was close.
So
Giovanni, you have those arrows. I don't need them.
So what properties does this ring have, Maccath?
she repeats, "It's a ring of cold resistance."
But what does it do?
I get that. As a mage, do you have to attune to this ring, or does it just
I don't.
provide
guess-
you resistance to the frost?
I guess technically it probably requires attunement. We can speed that.
Well,
Okay, as a flavor rule for the sake of making things go faster, everything that requires attunement, like you can spend like 2 minutes attuning it to you. But if you want to reattune it to someone else, that takes an hour. So it's not like you're just passing stuff around. Is that fair? So you can
Yeah.
speed use things that you've just acquired, but not like pass it around tactically.
Yeah, fair. And unfortunately, I already have 3 things I'm attuned to, so you know.
I too have 3 magical items. Is there any among us that could use this ring, but
It does
is
require
actually
attunement.
capable of using it?
I don't think I have anything attuned to me.
I think
I'm
it's
sorry.
accurate. I don't think the bag
I-
of tricks requires attunement. I don't.
My sword doesn't require attunement.
Wait, if the weapons don't, then I only have 1 thing.
Weapons do not.
Oh, in that case,
The
I have
bag doesn't
plenty
require attunement. Weapons do not. Except
Unless
for
it's like
Vertus's sword, because that's a little
Yeah.
different.
Okay, in that case, I have 2 open slots for magic items.
Why don't I kick the ring and the arrows just so I don't get frozen with the arrows, and then we can figure it out after we kill the white dragon death.
So who's
Wait,
taking
don't
the ring and the arrows? You
Don't
are.
we kind of need those arrows to kill the
No,
the white
he's saying
death,
he holds them with the ring, so that way if he won't be frozen to death
Oh,
with
okay.
the arrow.
Yeah. That's like Final Fantasy where your black mage gets toasted and then you're just done. Like,
Yeah.
congrats, your DPS is gone.
I think he also probably has the best chance of hitting the dragon with those arrows.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my bow has the magical Invisistring, I assuming.
Oh, wait, your bow can't even use arrows anymore, huh?
That's unless we decide that it can.
and then it catches them on fire.
And then we have no dragon slaying arrows.
No. Flaming dragon slaying arrows.
Wait, if they're magical, then that means they can't be destroyed by regular fire.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna mark them down unless
You
anyone
have-
wants to.
you have-
Okay.
They're yours.
Great. I have way too much freaking crap on my character. All right, Ring of Frost Resistance.
Now, do you think this section of the module is just a metaphor for the Black Death and how people felt trapped and hopeless?
Yes.
No,
Wow.
because this is the White Death. Duh. There's differences.
Cool. Thanks for the help. Now let's go get your books.
Okay. Yeah. So let's see here. Sir, keep in mind you guys. Objective reminder: you guys aren't technically here for her. You're here for information on something that she knows something about, the Drakhorn.
Oh yeah.
So
Hey.
Maccath, what about this Drakhorn?
She says the Drakhorn was here when Maccath came, but a group of humans wearing distinctive robes came to the Iceburg half a year ago. After negotiation with the Ruthathor, they took the device away. Doo-doo-doo.
I
She's
assume
like-
these robed, mysterious people look like cultists. If
No,
I
They
I
wore
pull out
purple
one of the many
robes.
robes I have. Dude, they look like this.
She's like, yes.
perfect, I knew those would come in handy.
I know.
She's
That's
like-
why I keep them.
Let's see here, Drakhorn. So yeah, she starts telling you information about the Drakhorn. She says the Drakhorn was a gift from Tiamat in the war between dragons and giants. It was once the horn of her ancient red dragon consort, Philemon. I was gonna copy paste because I can't pronounce shit. That she gave to
Philemon.
Dragonkind to help them in a war against the giants. The Drakhorn is a signaling device, and it is so large that it requires 2 medium creatures or 1 large or larger to hold it, while a third creature sounds it, making the earth resonate to its call. The horn has been blasted with fire, and the horn has been blasted with fire into a dark ebony hue, and is wrapped with bands of bronze with draconic runes that glow purple with eldritch flare. The low moaning drone of the Drakhorn discomforts normal animals within a few miles and alerts all dragons within 2,000 miles to rise and be wary, for great danger is at hand.
So where is this?
She says, I don't know where it is right now. The people took it away. It
What
was
people?
here and now it's not.
The cultists.
The cultist.
Oh,
She-
great.
She continues that coded blasts were once used to signal specific messages, but knowledge of these codes have been lost to the ages. Okay. Yep, and she says it was first built to signal danger to chromatic dragons. Yeah, that's it. That's what she has about the Drakhorn. Doo-doo-doo.
Well, I bet the dragon has it.
Yeah.
Well,
least one of 'em.
she confirms that it's not here anymore. The humans took it with them and left.
Well, one of them. We've seen plenty of dragons.
So, is there any other information you could provide to us that you imagine might be handy in
She
stopping
says that
both the
this-
cult or Old
this-
White Death?
The hole down here, the opening down here, leads right into like right next to the lair. There's also another access point earlier, like in the cave here that leads down there. That's a little bit further away from the lair if you want to try to make a stealthier approach. But it doesn't matter. Whichever way you get up, go down is up to you. She confirms that once you go down there, there's not an easy way to climb back up. The lair is not designed to be easy to escape from.
So if anyone needs a rest,
We're
Well,
good up here.
I definitely do, yes. But before that, do you think if we were to engage this dragon, we should do it in the lair? Or have you seen it roam elsewhere?
She says it pretty much stays in its lair while it's in the iceberg. That would be the best place to attack it. You definitely don't want to be outside in the open air where it can fly to fight it. That would be suicide.
Suicide is my middle name.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, sure.
Let's finish up this floor and then go take a rest and go downstairs.
Okay.
Sure. Let's go.
All right, so yeah, you guys go into the next chamber. 3 shelves stand in this otherwise empty cavern, cobbled together out of salvaged wood, whalebone, pieces of giant's armor, and even the frozen limb of yetis. A number of scrolls, books, parchments, and folios are carefully arranged on the shelves, all bearing the markings of magical writing.
Well, time to put them all in the bag.
Maccath sort of follows you guys to the door, and she says, "Just, I wouldn't recommend trying to read any of them. They're not safe."
Oh,
She's like, the writings are laced with diabolical lore. That could do great damage to the mortal mind. I would seriously recommend just scooping the books into the bag and leaving them there.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I've already had way too many run-ins with terrible, terrible magic.
Mostly yours.
Well, mostly mine. I'll just start shoveling them in the bag.
Okay, yeah, you shove you scoop all of them up there. This might have been difficult to do if you were just trying to throw it into normal bags, but bag of holding, easy. Yeah, those are all in your bag of holding.
Okay.
Okay, Giovanni's gonna fast travel.
What?
I want to go back this way.
Giovanni, use dig.
I thought we were
Use
taking a
teleport.
rest.
No, we got to finish his floor first.
Ping where you are. Where did you go first
Typical
and foremost?
Skyrim logic for Giovanni.
Last time I didn't go with him, I missed out on experience. I don't want to do that again.
See, Evelyn values Giovanni when everyone else just criticizes.
I value experience.
Exactly.
And if you're going to kill things, I'm going to be there with you so I get it as well.
See, Lucina used to criticize you the most, so I don't know about this change.
Oh no, I'm still criticizing his life choices. It's just that there's no stopping him.
I mean, I could stop him if you want me to.
I mean, so could I.
As you're
Let's go
leaving,
left.
she's like, if you guys really insist on going back out there, just be careful. There's more ice trolls out there, and the toads too.
Ice trolls.
Oh, we just kind of laugh at her.
What's in this
Oh,
room?
my sweet summer child.
Hang on.
Ice trolls.
This room looks like the wing of a bat or a dragon.
The scavenger's chamber is filled with drifting mist that shrouds a field of ice pillars rising from floor to ceiling. The muffled silence beyond is broken only by the sound of running water.
I find the water.
I drink from the water. It's not water. Oh God.
It wouldn't be in my adventures, to be fair.
It's actually acid and not like, like acid. It's the drug acid.
Hold on, I'm gonna jump over it.
Throw me over the acid.
It's just a pit of acid. What's the worst that could happen?
You lose your backpack.
You
That
lose
was
your
such
player
a good
character.
moment.
That was
Forever.
so... Hey. It wasn't my idea, and it worked.
Okay. As you guys move in, Giovanni, make a perception check.
What a roll.
Ooh, perception. I'm good at that.
You hear a thud from the mist next to you. There is an ice troll. He's there. Okay.
All right.
What do?
I kill it.
Yeah.
Actually, I look at the ice troll and I say, Sir Troll, we have killed many of your kind and wish not to kill more. Will you please spare your own life and return to the mists from whence you came?
It just says troll. It doesn't speak common.
Let's see here.
Or just like, please speak common, please speak common, please speak common.
Meanwhile, I'm like, this again. Ready to take the shot.
All ready to stand and watch.
You have popcorn back there, it's the hold on.
Popcorn? I've got jerky. Who are you kidding?
This one. Does anyone speak giant?
Nope.
No.
Not on this character. I speak Dwarven, which is like similar to giant.
Yeah, no, you hear him speaking a language you don't quite understand. He tries again in Draconic.
Does anyone
Oh,
speak
hey,
Draconic?
what's up? That's how you say hello in Draconic.
Virtus, yeah, you hear him say, it'd be unwise to attack. Perhaps we
Yes,
should bargain.
It would be unwise for you to attack. We probably should bargain.
Okay. He says, Let's see
Dorm-
here.
Dormanu.
I've come to bargain.
We've noticed that our numbers have been decreasing while you guys are here, so it's probably not in our best interest to start conflict here. But you lot don't scare me nearly as much as that dragon does. So,
Well, about that dragon, I mean, are you and your fellow trolls oppressed by this beast? I mean, we intend to kill it, if that means anything at all.
he thinks we do serve the dragon. I don't know if oppression's the right word, but we follow whoever the strongest around is.
Well, you're staring at two of the strongest in all the land.
He seems thoughtful for a moment. Make him a persuasion check. He considers
Damn, I'm
and he
good.
thinks. He says, "We're not gonna go down there and help you fight that dragon, but tell you what, we'll just pretend that we didn't see you here, and you can go about your business. And if you happen to slay said dragon, we can all go about our way and have a fine day of things."
See you later. Bye.
Absolutely.
Another
So in
ice
case
troll
we
just
run
missed.
into your fellow trolls, who should we say gave us free passage?
He thinks. He says, "Unfortunately, I don't think there's really any left."
Oh, wow.
Should we put them out of their misery?
Actually,
Good day to you then, sir.
Yeah, well, I heard Ted was just never filling the coffee machine, so you know,
that is
probably
true.
a good thing.
Fucking 10.
Tell the other trolls we're sorry. Okay, bye.
Okay.
Are we all ready to proceed?
Yes.
Okay.
Son of a bitch, what does that say?
They're ice toads.
Ice
Okay.
toads, we've come to bargain.
A bizarre sight greets you in this rough-walled chamber. About a dozen giant toads with thick, molted white hides are at work here, scribing strange writings into the ice of the walls, or onto weathered parchment and stone tablets. A few toads transfer parchments and tablets into and out of the floor-to-ceiling cubbyholes cut into the ice along the entire southern wall. So yeah, there are 11 ice toads in here who seem to be doing some strange sort of archiving work.
Oh. Well,
How do they treat? What is their disposition towards you?
continue on and
Suicidal.
Wait, one of them has a name. He's a quest giver.
damn it.
Metagaming.
Well, there's actually 13 of them too, so I'm a little confused.
Giovanni, off in
they
the
poke
distance.
their heads up and they're like, who are you guys? What language do they speak?
I am the Kobold King, and I have come to adopt you beneath my banner.
They
And
laugh.
quite frankly, I hold up the tapestry.
Take a step.
Anyone who would lead Kolbolds, we have no respect for.
Oh,
It was merely a joke. I have come here to deliver
I'm the
you.
Toad King.
See for yourself and step through this tapestry as it will take you to eternal paradise.
I think
Make a
he's trying to get him
deception
to
check.
drink the Kool-Aid.
Deception, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Can I assist him since we're both trying to deceive?
They look at it and they're like, pretty sure that thing is just a portal that probably goes nowhere in particular. So
Hey, that's metagaming.
they look confused.
So do I. Do you have a leader that we may speak with?
Aside from I, of course, your king.
Oh my
Um,
God.
One of them pops up and he says, "What do you guys want? I am Marflub, Marfolb.
Do you enjoy serving the dragon?
Not really.
Would you
Oh,
like
then
to
we'll go
leave
for
this
free.
place unhindered?
I'd like to take all my writings and take them out here. Yes.
Okay, here's my plan. I can get you out of here, no problem, no questions asked, if you want. I really just don't want to kill anything.
It seems very out of character for Giovanni.
he considers, he's like, that's agreeable. Is there something you need from us?
No, just
Is there anything
just
that
to
you can
save time.
provide? Is there anything that you can provide to us that would help in killing the dragon?
He like starts looking at scrolls and stuff along the cubby walls and on soft walls. I don't think so.
Well, if there's no help you can provide, then you're free to go.
Take your people through this tapestry, and you shall find yourself in a land without dragons, of which enslave
He
you to
looks at
write
me and
upon
says,
walls.
No, just take your tapestry and go away, please.
Oh my god, fine. Try to help people, and they just freaking get mad.
So, like, what's in this cavern behind you there?
More parchments and information.
Vertus, they're not worth the time.
All right. Well, have a good day.
Okay. And he kind of just,
Okay, well that was a thing.
kind of hear him mumble under his breath like fucking weirdos. And
I'm sorry.
Wait.
What'd you
Oh
say?
my god, there's another thing.
Yeah.
okay.
Hopefully this is a cultist because I'm collecting their robes.
You peeking in up in there? You go up the slope?
Yep.
Okay. Holy god.
You there.
I am the
Who are
Kolbolds
you?
king.
Hang on.
Stand
I've
before
come
the
to
toad
bargain.
and Kobold.
We've come to bargain.
There are spiral staircases that lead up through a hole in the ceiling. Down here is you see a single member from the village, sitting down here.
I want some robes, damn it.
How did we not see this
Alright,
person?
this chamber is empty
last
except
time?
for 3 bundles of rolled up sealskins sitting where the ladder descends from the chute above to the approximate center of the room. Additionally, a bed of piled furs has been arranged in the southwest corner from which the sound of coughing can be heard from one of the characters enters the chamber. Yeah, there's a guy who's like in the corner on a bed of piled furs coughing. Who
Oh.
kind of eyes you suspiciously as you come into the room.
Sir, you look ill.
Thanks, I hadn't noticed.
You don't speak his language, and he doesn't speak yours, so he just...
Can I ascertain what's wrong with him?
Make
He ate
a
some
medicine
spoiled
check.
fish.
I'm
You
rolling
cannot
real high today.
ascertain
Well, let's see what
what's
I can
wrong
do.
with-
This worked out so well before. That's pretty good, actually.
Didn't you end up almost killing me with a medicine check at one point?
Yes.
I mean, that's water under the bridge.
Ice under the iceberg.
Yeah, so you examine him, and you're like, you sort of determine this is probably just some sort of sickness that is beyond the healing abilities of the shaman upstairs. You think that something such as a lesser restoration spell would be enough to patch this guy up.
Yeah, Vertus, can you just like touch him with your magical healing hands?
I mean, I could, but
I've never heard it called that before.
I don't know what it's called. Like that's Jake. I'm blanking on the spell.
I mean, do we stand to gain anything for assisting this villager?
Do we lose anything?
Yes, a spell slot.
But I think we're gonna rest between now and then.
Are we going to take a short rest or a long rest?
A long, short rest.
I want a long rest, so
Yes, I mean, I of course can restore this villager and wish to do so, but I feel like we need all of our strength in the fight to come. So if we can rest before the fight to come, I can absolutely use a portion of my strength to heal this villager.
What is going on?
I have no idea.
Abby, are you
I
killing
tried
this
to
guy?
cure wounds.
Oh.
what did you do?
She tried to cure wounds, but instead she decided to repeating attack them.
What is...
I'll lay my hand on the villager and I'll use a lesser restoration.
Okay. Yeah, you do that. And he stops coughing, and he actually kind of like in like broken common, like, starts to try to like thank you.
Don't mention it. It's the least we could do.
And he says, "Thank you. I think I need to continue the resting here, but I think I'm going to be okay now. Is anything I can help you with?"
Are these stairs like the initial ones
Yeah.
or
Like
whatever?
there's a ladder, and
Uh,
then like it's at the bottom
okay.
of the chute, and it goes up. And there's two types of.
Well, where do these stairs lead?
He like thinks the town hall.
Yeah, probably the other set of stairs that goes down here. Remember, they said there was two.
Yeah. Well, they look dangerous, so I'm going to stay clear of those.
Well, plus apparently we can't leave now that we're down here.
We can. We just jump through the tapestry.
Peace out. All right, Giovanni first.
Want to be the first time?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we could check up the stairs, or we could go north and finish exploring the rest of the level of the cavern.
I think
Let's
that's-
just finish exploring and take a rest.
I'm okay with this.
All right,
Sure.
stay
Well, so I
safe,
kind of want to wrap the
villager.
session too. So I would like to finish this floor so we can wrap the session before.
Yeah.
I go this way and find the room north.
Okay. Yeah. Hang on. As
Inside.
you step into this room, like it's a large chamber. There's lots of the fog is thick here too. Your visibility is reduced to 45 feet. But as you step in, you see the shape like arranged around the wall. Like let's see, how many are there?
Sorry, what's arranged around the wall?
1 second.
It looks
Okay.
like a chicken.
Doesn't look like a
Yeah,
chicken.
it does.
Chocobo.
I was actually about to say that too.
I can kind of see a chocobo. I do not
as
see
you
a
step
chicken.
in, like you see the shape of a frost giant frozen against the wall over here. As you move in from the entrance.
That's ironic.
It's like rain on your wedding day.
And as you continue moving in, there's another one here, and a third one here, a fourth here, and a sixth over here, back here.
Do we see anything else in this room aside from the frozen giants?
Make a perception check.
Oh, with advantage because my cloak of ice. 24.
You see near the base of like two of the giants. There are some kobolds that were like polishing them, and like they seem to be trying to slip out behind you. So,
Do they intend to warn the dragon? That might not be good.
I say we just kill them
Kolbolds.
because, they die fast.
Got one.
all right, I'm just gonna. You guys kill the kobolds. Like we're not doing
Okay,
this.
I was about to say, they die fast.
A
That's-
javelin too.
All right, so let's
All right.
just-
Okay, that's what, 40 experience?
I don't know. Yeah,
It's
they're
like
dead.
5 experience each per kobold.
Yeah, and there's 8, so.
Woohoo!
So,
40
yeah,
experience.
Yeah. I think just by virtue of the fact that you spotted them before they left is enough to say you took care of them.
Okay, so we go back to the chick's room that's got the downstairs area to it, and we take a long rest.
Okay.
That
Right.
sounds right.
That is where we're gonna wrap the session today. Then.
Okay, I can deal. I would just move back over there.
Okay, I'm just pick all of it up. And...
But what? Right now,
Nope.
not there.
Oh, I'm trying to do it.
Okay.
This thing's being laggy right now.
Yeah, it really is. It kept sending me like every which way.
Oh, I'm like stuck in the wall.
Same.
All right, I got you. Am I missing anyone? No.
No, I
we're
think
all
we're
good.
all here.
All right, yeah. You guys can set up for a long rest, and we're gonna call the session there for today.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. Next time, Dragon Slayer group version 2.
Woo!
Electric Boogaloo.
Pretty much.